Hello, everybody. My name is Offbeat Outlaw. I am peeking the microphone. What am I talking right now? When we last left off, the squad was in the middle of trying to get Operation Big Monkey to go. Piggly and Dorg had managed to infiltrate somewhat a dinner party. Someone gave Dorg a gun. He's now strapped. Piggly and them, they were invited the next day to have a chat with the local firearm manufacturer. Bunny is busy hanging out with said big monkey, the titular big monkey, if you will, who is required to make this plan work. And she is busy just absolutely vibing with this monkey. They have now share a telepathic bond. Liz/Helena acquired incredibly powerful eyes from a man who decided that he will pass on the torch for keeping Akentia off the island through her. And she is now the leading ruler for probably, at least like a week, I think.
Forever.
Yeah, that's right.
Till the end of its days.
Until the end of its days, which might be tomorrow.
Are you insinuating something else? Do you want to tell me something?
No.
I don't know.
To be fair, we are gonna blow up the city, so there might be.
Well, you don't know how much you'll blow up. We'll have to.
Yeah, we're gonna go all Spider-Man 2 up in this.
I'm sorry. Who is the political science major here?
We'll see.
I mean, technically, you will still be the rule of the smoldering ashes that may remain.
Hey, there you
That's
go.
true. I guess it's the land. Anyway.
Also, aren't the politics you're practiced in like democracy and shit?
I don't think this is a very democratic place in in Dungeons and Dragons land.
Oh, cries in my degree.
Anyway, back with the party. Ballad Boi, aka Helmsworth, our sorcerer, is in the middle, dressed as a cowboy, playing a good old-fashioned game of ye old Texas Hold'em, trying to acquire enough money to purchase.
Don't you mean Three Dragon Ante?
That's old school three. That's old school ye old. God, what is wrong with my tongue today?
He does mean that.
Yeah, I am like all over the place. I need more beer, because that's the good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot a drink. Oh, halftime.
Halftime, don't worry. But anyway, Helmsworth is in the middle of trying to get some good old-fashioned ye old poker chips to get some ye old 800 gold pieces worth of powdered diamonds to fuel the glyph of wardings, which Helena will place in specific points along the wall in order to do something? Who's to say? Anyway, back with zoom in on Helmsworth, who's on the ending of his night, busy playing ye old 3 Dragon Ante, I guess. And we're going to be playing battle music for this because it's intense. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, I think I'm good for another round, I'd say.
Would you like to go up to the higher table for someone of your caliber, or would you prefer to stay here? I should let you know that
I'm here. It's like I'm here to make money for a bit. So, I'll get to those. I'll get to the fat cats later. Let me see if I can steam these fish a little more.
All right. Are you going to take these people for everything they have?
Not for well, how much do they have?
They've got quite a large sum.
But like, how much do they have though?
Enough. They have more than enough. This is a great angle. Thanks for showing us your t-shirt.
Yeah, my isn't it so great? I'm looking for my phone, which I realized I put on the ground. I moved my phone to the side.
Oh, okay.
I moved my phone to the side, and then I wondered where my phone was after that.
Okay.
Can you?
Well, what would you like to do?
But I mean, like, when you say enough, do you mean like there's like several thousands worth to be
That's
earned
me
here?
saying enough. That's me saying they have
Okay.
a lot of money, and I'm not
Could
telling you
accomplish
exact amounts.
said task.
They have a lot.
Okay. Can I make it? Am I able to investigate and make an estimate?
Sure.
Okay. Roll ye old investigation. That's an 18 I rolled. So that'll be a 24.
From looking over these individuals, you can quickly estimate that each of them seems to be the owner of some kind of large-scale manufacturing business. Now, as this this pseudo-country on this island is in the middle of war, manufacturing is big business. So, big money. Lots of money. These people... It's yes.
Can I generate an estimate, please? I don't.
It's 30,000 plus each.
Okay, there we go.
On
That's
hand.
what I want. That's what I want. I just wanted a number. That's all I wanted.
Helena has taken personal offense.
I'm not
We
gonna.
mean
I'm not
pseudo.
gonna.
I'm leading it.
That's true.
Sure.
It's fine.
Temporary. It's
Not-
okay.
Rapper.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see about that.
So yeah, let's.
I will say we're gonna be speeding through this, so just so that we can get going onto the later parts of the
Yeah.
game.
That's fine. I'm not gonna be taking them for all that they're worth. I'm gonna be taking them for. I'm gonna see if I can get to around maybe 2,000 gold. After which point I would go to the high rolling.
All right, that will change. This will affect the DC of this check. Just a flat D20 roll with your proficiency bonus, please.
Just a flat D20.
Yes.
Do I get to do? Does any of my stuff apply to this?
Your
Can I,
proficiency
re-
bonus because you're proficient in 3 Dragon Ante.
Oh, okay. So all of my shit does apply. Okay, here we go.
Someone in chat said Ballad Boy with the pedantic nature of a lawyer on cocaine. Honestly, having known this man for several years, very true.
Oh no.
What'd you roll?
Having known many lawyers, I've been advised not to finish the sentence.
So just a good old D20, huh?
Good old D20, yeah, plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Do I have inspiration, chat?
Probably.
Now you do. I'll do it.
Wait, hold on. Wait. I might
I
just
want to
have
be a
it.
team player.
No, give it.
Well, I mean,
give
I
it
might
to-
just already. Oh, they said yes, I
Okay,
do.
I did.
Okay. So let's do one.
I
Okay,
saw a bunch of
That's a good one. And then. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Oh,
good.
that's hot.
I rolled a 4, and with my bend luck, I could roll another d4. And so that's going to be, and I rolled 4 on both of them. So that's an additional 8. So that's going to be 16 total, and then add 3 to that, 19.
All right. You have successfully gambled. Congratulations. You managed to gamble out of these poor fools another 3,000 gold into your own personal pile.
Oh, man. Okay. Like 3,000 like additional gold in addition to what I already had?
Yes.
Oh, okay then.
You get a lot of gold from these fools. They're quite perturbed. This is not even though that's like not a small amount.
But it's the fact that they lost.
Yeah, it's not even a small amount. Like, you took quite a sizable chunk of that from them. They're a little bit upset.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna fight me? I'm just like, no, but Helmsdorf is gonna say something because that's the mood he's in. That's the mode he's in right now. Like, well, I'm glad I could lighten your purses a bit.
One of the people you see, one of the people gambling, a rather old gentleman, takes out his cigar and his monocle pops out of his eye as he opens up, and he says, "You have lightened me of quite a large sum of money, my friend. I don't think you are exactly ready to pay the exiting fee from this table."
Is he? I'm gonna roll for bullshitting. Gonna roll for insight.
Roll insight.
Addition to rename insight to bullshitting.
Bullshit tech.
My bullshit check. I got a 22 on my bullshit check.
He is not talking about an exiting fee, as you can quickly see him unsheathing a small blade.
I'd put that away if I were you. There's no need for anyone to get hurt here.
You look,
or should I say?
You look around, and you notice that no one's particularly happy about you taking this much money. Not even the dealer. And they all seem to be holding something behind their backs. The dealer themselves is looking away from about what's to happen. I'd suggest at least leaving 500 gold on the table and walking away.
I'm sorry. Let me. I'm just like, use that right.
Mm-hmm. What do you do? His hand is quickly tightening around.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to just give off I'm gonna subtle spell it, but I'm gonna make it seem, because I can make a harmless sensory effect. So I'm just gonna give the impression of just like rumbling, and then I'm just like radiating off a bunch of power. It's like, are you sure?
Are you sure about that? Okay,
like,
sure.
I was like, if you're willing, it's like if you're willing to dance, I hope you're ready to get your toes stamped off. I'm willing to roll intimidation on that.
Roll intimidation with advantage. Ballad, you are re-inspired.
Oh my god! Natural 20 after using all of my resources. Jesus Christ. Whew.
The guy quickly.
For reference, that would be a 24 overall.
The man quickly bites his tongue and cowers back, looks to the dealer, and goes, "I suppose your exit fee's been paid already, sir." And you hear the sheathing of blades, shing, 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 all behind their backs. Teddy bear for scale.
His name is Big Bear.
And Helmsworth, you have safely exited this situation with 4,200 gold.
That's my college tuition.
That's more than your college tuition. That
That's-
is
I-
several college tuitions.
Even in America.
That's like college debt. That's like the total college debt worth in tuition if we're going off of inflation and gold.
Is there like a conversion rate for gold to dollars?
There
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 I can
must
look
be.
it up real quick.
Can you-
Gold.
the ye old gold. There's gotta be an inflation checker.
Ye
A
old
gold piece
standard.
is around $1, but 1920 $1.
Okay, this is like for time period's sake. This is like time period fusion of like the 1500s to modern day. So that's a large sum of money you've acquired. All the same, Helmsworth, you leave the bar. You leave this town, and where would you like to go now with your
Yeah, and
second
as I go
cash?
up through the double doors, and as I just take bow, I was like, pleasure doing business with you. And I just head out through those double doors, and I make my and I swiftly leave.
As you leave, you hear on the inside, "Who the hell was that man?" Everyone just breaks out into argument, and a massive bar fight ensues. People getting thrown out, tossed through the windows.
All of us. Woo!
You did.
And you make your way to an inn, I'm assuming, to have a good night's rest.
It's like as I see, it's like you know, as he sees like people getting thrown out, it's like I always like it when a good thing happens, when things go well.
And you make your way to an inn for a long rest. At this point, everybody gets their long rest, and we begin day 2 of the
Yeah.
operation. Now, I have specified...
Oh wait, like we don't meet up and talk about things at all?
Well,
no? Or do I just arrive that late?
Well, Bunny's currently still with Big Monkey. You can meet up, I guess, with Piggly, Helena, and,
Should I be
And
like
Marcus.
at like leading the town?
Huh?
Being like,
I mean,
yes.
you're in charge. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
in
feel like I should be like,
Helena, just cut to Helena fixing a bunch of
You're not
potholes.
the president. You're the supreme leader. You can do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
you are a supreme leader. You can do as thou pleasest.
I'm gonna make nice with the people and the
Yeah.
people.
So how do you... but where do you sleep? Are you going to sleep in the big house? Are you going to sleep in an inn? Are you going to meet up with your
Oh, wait.
teammates?
Is there a big house?
There is a big house for you to
Of course
sleep in.
there's a big house.
Watch
Sleep in
chat
the big
as
house.
Satine completely abandons her teammates and forgets
Yeah,
them.
this is the end of Satine's journey.
Goes to the spa.
Spa?
There would be.
She's getting a facial!
And there we go.
So I do need to know, where is everybody going currently? Bunny is forced.
I am going back to the inn because I was gonna report back.
Okay.
What my
Piggly, Dorg, where are you guys going?
I assumed back.
To the inn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Helena, are you going back to the inn, or are you going to assume your supreme leader duties and go to the big house?
I gotta fake it till I make it. Duties.
All right, so she goes to the big house. We will meet up.
That sounds like a euphemism for death. She goes to the big house.
the big house.
the big house.
The big house.
Don't worry.
Guy.
Isn't
She's
big
going
house,
Big-
Liz
The
went to
big
live in
house in the
with a bear
sky.
in a big blue house.
I was gonna say, isn't that a not a euphemism, but whatever, another name for jail? Another
big
name for jail?
the
Totally
big
is.
house.
Big
yeah.
house.
I have no idea. But
It is technically.
It is
But
totally.
it depends.
It
But
doesn't
a lot of
matter.
things are euphemism for many things.
I guess you could say that the duties are not dissimilar from jail. If we... But-
Wait.
I don't get it.
Well,
Me neither.
Okay.
Anyway,
I was just laughing at his laugh.
I was just trying to sell a joke that I didn't make. Helena goes to the big house. Helmsworth, you bust into the room. Dorg and Piggly have already been at the inn for a little bit now. Dorg, Piggly, have you guys just been resting? Have you guys gone to sleepy time? What's up?
I would be asleep.
Okay, Piggly is taking nap. Dorg, what are you up to?
I'm just preparing what I want to tell Granny.
All right, Helmsworth, you break into the room. What do you do?
why, good evening there, Dorg.
Why are you dressed like that?
I had to blend in.
I don't know where you plan to blend in. I'm
What?
What just happened?
What?
I don't know. Why,
I was
why the
expecting a
hell
response.
I know, I feel like
Oh, and then I decided to eat.
His brain
Where
just
do-
like
where do
went
you
onto
plan
a
to-
whole
where-
different plane of existence.
It was just so. It was so real. It was just so real. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I was blending in." Where?
Oh.
Dead silence.
That's how he blends in. He becomes invisible, like Drax.
Well, Dork, if you must know.
I
I
do
went
must
out to-
know. I'm actually very curious right now.
I went down to local casino, you see.
You win anything?
Did I win anything, Dorg? And he hefts this several bags of gold. Just tonk, tonk, tonk.
This is a lot of.
And it goes on for a little bit too long. Like he's showing off a little bit.
Dorg, you've seen this amount of gold like maybe once or twice in your life from a very successful foreign acquisition.
The sound of them crashing wakes me up. By the way.
Yeah, it's like it's quite loud. Like,
What are those?
That's a lot of gold.
Oh, can I have some?
Yes, you can. In fact, all of you get 300 because I'm so generous.
Oh, thank you.
all right.
Helmsworth, just when I think I'm starting to hate you again, you give me a reason to not. A lot of money.
I take 300 gold and tip Helmsworth 1.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So you take 299 gold, is what you're saying.
I'll just take 300, thanks.
And I portion out 300 for everybody else as well.
Okay.
And this will leave me with 2,701.
Jesus Christ.
What are you gonna spend it all on?
This and that.
The
Oh, are
plan.
those expensive?
Hopefully,
Sometimes.
800 gold pieces worth of powdered diamonds. So
I mean, it's like at least 800 pieces worth of powdered diamond. After that, who cares? It's mine.
that's true.
That's true.
Out with this ensuing, we shall now jump the camera to Helena, who is arriving at the big house. Now, Helena, you are very there's no parades. It's in the dead of night. I don't I don't know who you're voguing to, but this is you arrive in the dead of night at this place of where usually Carnegie would be staying, but instead you arrive. And as you arrive at the front gates, two guards, quite rightfully, go, "Excuse me, ma'am. This is only for Carnegie's residence."
Oh, yeah. I'm Helena de la Fontaine.
Their brains kind of break for a moment because they don't know how to respond. And they just go, "Come on in." And they
Thank
just
you.
point you inside. Because news has not broke yet that you are the new leader.
Oh.
Yeah. But you just walk inside anyway. They're not willing to. They know they're looking for the Delafontaines. They weren't expecting one to show up, so they're kind of confused.
Okay. So, hey, hello. Do you know who I am?
We were told to look for the Delafontaines.
Well, I found you. How adorable is that? So Carnegie. So do you know how I know him?
No.
Okay, so funny thing. I'm actually engaged to his grandson.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And do you know why it's really exciting? Because he's actually going to like fetch some things, which is like tradition and like the Kenta nobleship. So he's going to do that, and he's left me in charge just for a little bit until he comes back.
Oh.
So yeah.
Roll a persuasion check, just because this is a pretty outlandish
Oh,
story.
better hope that luck carries over.
22.
Hey.
It does. You convince these guards look to you and look at each other and go, She's saying it so confidently. I guess it must be true.
true.
And they lead you inside and show you around and they don't take you to the big house room. They take you to the guest room instead to spend the night.
Yeah.
Boy, are they gonna feel stupid tomorrow?
Bunny, you spend the evening in communicating with the great monkey, and he tells you many stories and tales. And what feat were you planning on picking for this downtime?
Inspiring leader.
Big Monkey tells you tales and stories of how she led the great sand monkeys all throughout the land. How she managed to create the most prolific pest problem the world has ever seen. And how they managed to conquer the entire desert regions and even around the world through an incredibly nuanced and well-structured series and network of tunnels. She tells you about when to be a strong leader, when to be a bad leader, when to be forceful and when to be kind. And as such, with this grand tale that this beautiful monkey communicates to you, you gain the feat Inspiring Leader.
Da, 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 da.
Congratulations.
Were any of those stories about fighting a giant lizard by any chance?
Only like 2 of them were.
Okay, but they weren't that successful, huh?
No, they weren't that great.
Like, not cinema worthy.
No, they didn't really do well in the box office.
The copy was terrible. It was just.
Lizard short
Like
for
apparently
lizard.
the lizard was supposed to be bigger, but like they shrunk.
Anyway, the next morning.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You guys all wake up the next morning.
God. In a big house?
In the big house. You all have this morning to spend learning your feats that you would like to acquire. Or your feat would have manifested at this point if it's not exactly something you can learn. Liz, have you seem nervous about this. Should I come back to you?
Oh no, I know it.
What is it?
I'm afraid you're gonna say it's a bad choice.
There's no bad choices. What is
There
your
are
choice?
no bad
Your
choices
choice.
in
It's your
Dungeons and
choice.
Dragons. Only choices that you
chose-
don't agree with.
I chose Elemental Adept Fire.
That's useful. It's really good.
That's pretty good.
It sounds like you're lying.
No, I
It's true.
slap
It's good.
Elemental Adept on a lot of my builds. It's a
Bullshit.
good
Elemental
choice.
Adept's really good.
Okay.
It gives you a damage increase. You get to ignore resistances. Quite good.
And you're a fire cleric, so
That's why I did it.
Yeah.
I put 2 and 2 together.
Liz, that night, Rebellion Nux grants you a little bit more passive wisdom on how a flame burns and what the importance is of cultivating embers of rebellion, and as such, you gain a little bit more wisdom on how your fire works when you're casting it, and how Rebellion Nux's vision and view on fire informs your own casting. And next time you cast it, your Elemental Adept will be in effect. Dork, what about you?
Yes. Dorg is choosing the feat of Alert to give +5 initiative. Let's see here. And the other 2 things that I'm trying to remember from the hashtag not sponsored site. Making me unable to be surprised while I'm conscious, and other creatures not gain advantage on attack rolls against me as a result of being unseen by me. Dorg is alert because Dorg almost got killed by a super soldier last time.
That will never happen again. Dork.
Oh, and I'm going to rip him.
Dork
from
sleeps
limb
with his
the next
eyes
time I see
open that
him.
night.
Dork slept the entire night, gritting his teeth, not blinking. But he was asleep, and as such, when he wakes up, the slightest chirp of a bird, he is up, he's awake, he is alert. Starts Friday. And you get your bonus to initiative and your alert feat. Piggly, what feat did you pick?
Lucky. And I know how I would like to do it. If
Go
you'll
for
allow
it.
me.
I will happily let you.
Is
roll
there
this.
like a town fountain?
Yes, there is.
Alright, I'm gonna go there, and to increase my fortune, I'm gonna throw in 3 gold coins for each of my dads. But then I'm gonna go swim into the fountain and get them, because they always told me to never throw away money.
Okay. You throw in your 3 coins. And as you're thinking, you're like, wait a minute, my dad's told me never throw away money. you jump into the pool, grab it, pick up the gold, and
Wait,
you have.
does he find more money in there potentially?
There is more money in there. Would you like to pick it up?
Sure.
There's a lot. There's 400 gold pieces just lying down there in the middle. Would you like to pick up the gold?
Of course.
You start grabbing all of the gold. At this point, like a town guard comes over and goes, excuse me, sir, you're not supposed to take the gold from the fountain.
Oh, but it got thrown away. I'm picking it up. We should recycle.
Persuasion check.
I'd like to tell chat that I did the inflation calculation. That's about $5,200 in 2021 dollars.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's a lot.
What is it? Persuasion?
I got 54,000.
15.
15. The guard looks at you and says, okay, you can take 20 gold pieces. Just leave the rest, though, okay? We use that for funding stuff around the town.
Oh, so you guys are taking it?
Yeah, we collect it at the end of the season. We use it to buy things for the town, like
what?
Like he points to a lamppost, and he's like, we bought that lamppost with that. We'll commission an artist to make something, and then he points at a very a large circle that's just sitting on the ground, and he says that one cost 1,000 gold.
Oh wow!
Just a circle?
Yeah, just a circle.
What do you guys spend taxes on?
Don't ask too many questions, kid. Take your 20
Okay,
gold.
I won't. Can I have 40?
Will you leave?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You acquire 40 more gold.
And the lucky feat?
And as you leave,
3 lucky coins?
you do get one of the coins as you pick it up. You notice it is not necessarily a Kenshin stamped gold currency. It appears to be a fake coin made out of plastic. And it's got a plastic Jolly Roger stamp on it.
Aww.
And this
like it.
this coin feels especially lucky to you. You have the lucky feat. Helmsworth, what would you like?
I would like Ritual Caster, and I also have my own way of obtaining it. I'm gonna go digging around in my back. Like, since my backpack is from Windfjord, I'm gonna go digging around in it, and like my parents' notebook's gonna be in there, and like it's just like theories for because certain types of magic can be done if you just put together the right types of pieces. Is essentially the way that they're going for it, and so I find that notebook and I just start trying to. And I'm just like, well, might as well start using this.
Well, all of you have... Well, Helmsworth, you noticing that everyone else is kind of doing something in this morning, you decide to go and look through your old backpack that you haven't necessarily opened up in a long time, and you find tucked away in a back compartment, zipped up and tied up, you find a notebook, and you open it up, and it says... and it is from your parents. You noted by their handwriting, their names in it. And you flip through a few pages, some of them about miscellaneous magical items, flying boots, a magical item which allows you to cast spells at will. And then you find tucked away on the last page is a series of well-detailed notes on spell casting. It seems as though these mostly were focused on chartstones and what are those called, relic items and whatnot. But you see a small section dedicated to ritual casting, a type of casting that is not very known to you. And as you read it and as you look it over, you quickly learn that, hey, you can do it too, if you just do it right. And so you spend that morning memorizing how to ritual cast spells. Congratulations, you have ritual casting now. For all of you, this takes the most of your morning till about noon to fully understand the ramifications of your learnings and teachings whether that be from the past night, your dreams, or piddling about in a pond. And for the chat's knowledge, I gave them this because it's cool. They did not reach a level. I just wanted them to have a feat because I think feats are nifty. Feats are neat, ain't that right?
Feats are
Just
neat.
think they're neat.
Homie, I just think they're neat. Anyway, day 2 of Operation Big Monkey. The plan is to execute tomorrow morning. It is probably time that you guys start putting in the last pieces needed to execute this plan safely and with extreme prejudice. What shall you all do? Let's start with Helena.
Has Helena still remember the plan?
Are we all gathered together in the same room right now?
Everyone
No.
no. You and Helmsworth are in the same room. Piggly is hanging out in a fountain. Bunny is underground hanging out with a giant monkey. Helena is in the big house.
The guest suite.
The guest suite.
Okay. So it's midday, you're telling me?
Yes, it's like noon-ish.
Okay. Oh, this could be such a stupid idea.
Maybe. Let's hear it.
I know. I want to hold a town hall meeting.
Town meeting.
All right. So you, at this point, news has kind of gotten round that there's
We
a
haven't
new...
talked to Mallory yet.
There's new leadership happening.
Talk to her there. I don't know.
News has kind of gotten around that there's new leadership in town. And as such, you wake up and there are tons of attendants waiting outside your room, and they all go, "The press is here."
The press?
Yes.
No, I'm kidding.
They have questions. And we have
have
questions.
answers.
Who are you?
Oh my god! Hi, I'm Helena. I hold out my hand.
One of them shakes your hand, who seems to be like the head butler around these joints, and he goes, "Excellent. Thank you for letting us know. What exactly happened to Carnegie?"
Do you not know how I know him? No one knows how I know him.
No.
Does he not explain? Oh my, I'm engaged to his grandson.
At once, everyone goes, "Oh!"
Yeah!
You see changing of money in hands and whatnot. It seems they're placing bets on who you were. And go, "Okay, excellent. So why are you exactly our new leader for this evening? For this day? For however long Carnegie's gonna take to get this... What was he getting again? A gift for your engagement?"
Well, it's a bunch of different things. It's like getting stuff you sew into the dress, for tradition, and then, just getting other attunements. It's quite complicated when it's a noble tradition. Quite secret, actually.
Persuasion.
Ah!
You be like
I'm-
that.
It'd be like that.
I'm so scared.
15?
They look to each other.
No, I'm using inspiration.
Uh,
I know. 18?
They all look around and they go. They just shrug. They're like, "Are you a noble? I'm not a noble. I don't know about this." They're just like a
Are you questioning me?
No, obviously not. Not Supreme Leader Helena de la Fontaine. And they all simultaneously bow and go,
Oh, you don't have to do that.
"That was ordered by Carnegie that we must always bow when addressing."
That's Carnegie. I'm Helena. Just give me a high five.
They look to each other. Nice.
This is
Woman
great.
of the people, everyone.
Well, the press is here and they have questions.
I have answers.
Okay. Guards! They snap and a phalanx of guards comes around you in testudo formation, and they begin waltzing you outside in a protective manner. You see two spellcasters with massive staves, chalked with massive orbs on top of them as protection, and they say, "This is for your safety. There have been attempts on Carnegie's life in the past. Thank you very much." And as
Wait,
you
there have been attempts on his life by who?
citizens, Winfieldian spies, who's to say? All the
Who's to
same, we should be protected at all times.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just letting you know, I'm a woman of the people. So I might just like shake people's hands.
We
slip out of line.
we love that you're a woman of the people.
I love that from me too.
We just don't want you to be a woman in a grave either. So please stay behind the shields.
Hey, who's the cutest one?
Of the shield bearers?
Yes.
This is becoming the whole thing.
This is already going in a very bad direction.
Number 6. There's
Number 6.
Number
Okay.
6. So there's 4 people in front of you. And then there's the 2 people holding the staves in the back, the magic users. The guy on the right is particularly cute looking, you know.
Okay.
He's got a particularly cut jawline, you know, just the right amount of stubble, long flowing hair tied up in a neat bun in the back, he's the whole package, you know.
He's the whole package. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn around and go. Turn back around.
Charisma check, I guess.
The cleric's charisma.
I mean, it's been working out so far.
It's working out so. 15.
He just kind of looks at you and goes, just gives you like a nod of acknowledgement. It seems as though he's in here to get his bread and get the fuck out.
That's so fair.
But you guys make your way to the journalists, all waiting at the ready with notepads and paper and papyrus and quills at the ready to take all sorts of studious questions. And as you arrive, there's a flurry of writing and people drawing quick sketches, magical pens, trying to get your image, and you hear people going, Helena de la Fontaine, is it true that you have come to New Acacia?
It's me in the flesh.
Oh my goodness, how are you doing, Helena de la Fontaine?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Great.
I'm so excited to
The
be
people
here.
are very restless. Are you going to hold a town hall meeting to inform them of the changes?
Yes, of course.
Excellent. When will this be happening?
Later today.
Oh, most great. What time? After dinner or prior to dinner?
Well, I think we should all come chuffed, so how about after dinner?
After dinner sounds lovely. Thank you, Helena de la Fontaine. Do you plan to fix relations with Winfield in the north?
Well, if in the time I can, I would like to, but it's,
Most
Rome
excellent.
wasn't built in a day.
Tries
Rome
would like
here in this world
is sympathetic to Winfieldian efforts. What would you like to do? There have been recent reports from the higher ups that there are spies in New Acacia. What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't tolerate traitors.
No one does. Helena's strong on traitorous actions. Helena, there are rumors that you were seen earlier in the southern regions of this island. What do you say about that?
That's how I got here.
Excellent! Vagrant drifter Helena de la Fontaine arrives from the south. There are also Chaos Table! Holy shit, guys.
Why is it always me?
Can I just ask if
Wait,
one
is
of the
there
roles on
any-
the Chaos Table is to give Helena a press agent?
I think I'm doing fine.
This is my favorite character we've
Yeah,
had
this is
so
great.
far. It's so good.
I think I'm doing
All right, how many is that?
guys.
It makes me think of bio.
Helena, do you like fruit or vegetables? Vegetables. Helena ranks us against fruit. People demand answers.
So 1 to 30.
Helena, vegan.
Helena is anti-vegan. Vegans to be crucified.
Helena might not be getting enough iron. Will she faint? Tune in next time.
Oh, we have an activation, everybody.
Oh, shit.
Wait, before you say what happens, is this whole thing, because it seems like this is a really big deal. Do me, Dorg, and like Pigley, since we're like in the city, are we like aware of like that something's going down?
We'll get to you guys.
Are we
Have
watching
patience.
helplessly?
You're just like watching out the window. You're like,
We have an
Sorry.
activation. Number 8.
Oh,
Ooh. The city explodes, saving us a lot of time.
and killing us all in the process.
Oh, I wish.
yeah.
It's a bunny. Bunny makes it up.
Yeah.
What's up?
And it becomes a buddy campaign.
Interesting.
Tune
Yeah,
in next week.
It's
Hit me with it,
Bunny's,
Offbeat. Hit me
it's
with it.
Bunny's stream now.
I got it. Let's go. Come on, Offbeat. Hit me.
I've got to do something first.
Okay.
Oh.
Hit me. I'm still ready.
Uh-oh. He's pointing
really
at
tough.
people. That means it could be any of us.
I can take it.
I can take it. I've
I'm
been ready.
Chat's
I'm
not
pretty
safe.
weak.
You're gonna get it, chat. he's gonna roll, and everyone in chat's gonna get banned.
Who here in party currently is wearing metal?
Not me.
I took it
Wearing
off.
metal? I suppose my outfit would have metal on it in parts.
I'm holding a mace.
Okay.
wearing
Actually, no, it
Does
would.
count?
I'd have
Oh.
metal. I'd have a metal like buckle where I
guess I
where
have a
my sword
rapier.
sheath.
I think we all have like swords and weapons. So.
Okay, good to know.
Oh boy.
1, 2,
Magneto.
3, 4, 5.
Magneto descends into the middle of a kench.
It's the multiverse.
Oh, Piggly, are you still in the fountain?
Uh-oh.
No, I would have
He's
gotten
doing
out of it.
laps.
I would
Okay.
have gotten
No,
out
I'm
of
pretty
it.
sure because he did that in the morning though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He'd definitely be out by now.
Piggly-
Trying to get 15 meters.
No, as soon as I talked to that guard, I would have gotten out.
You notice as what exactly is metal on you?
I have a sword and an axe. And is that dagger I got metal?
Yes.
Then that as well.
The metal begins to get super heated to the beyond like any sort of repair. It gets so hot that as it's on your person, you must quickly rid it of your person until it cools down.
I throw it in the fountain.
I just try to rip my armor off.
Oh, it's not on you. It's just on Piggly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, and I guess all my gold?
And all of your gold as well.
No, I have to go get it all.
No.
You take 8 points of fire.
It's
You take 8 points of fire damage.
It's a vicious cycle.
That
of
guard
fountain
is like, you
swimming.
said you would leave.
Let's play 350 pickup.
Basically.
You,
I mean, do I get to get it all back?
yes, you do. As you dump it into the fountain, it's quite annoying. But you go and pick it up eventually. But you do take 8 points of fire damage. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah. I had 10 temp HP, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Anyway, back with
as
Helena and the reporters.
It's a vicious sunburn.
Yeah. Helena! Dio!
Deal.
Helena, what exactly do you plan to do about the recent militarization of the North Quarters? Do you plan to demilitarize everybody and take away the massive insurgence of chargestone weaponry?
You need to be more clear. What are you saying?
Do you want to take away the chargestone weapons in the North?
From Winfield?
No, from us.
I don't. What are you saying?
From me. Do you want to take away the chargestone weapons in the North from you Akenshan citizens?
It just gets
No.
more and more personal.
He's asking if you're going to take his
You
guns.
take my guns. Excellent. Helena de la Fontaine pro chargestone weaponry in the northern regions. Are you against Winfield? And everybody goes silent.
Uh-oh.
I'm against anyone who tries to hurt us.
Are you against Winfield? Yes
I'm
or
against-
no?
I'm against anyone who tries to hurt us. And if you're not smart enough to figure that out, that's your own problem.
Persuasion.
Hell yes.
This is my major offbeat. Come on.
This is gonna be the one.
This is my major. Let me get away with this one.
Actually, I'll let you-
Persuasion checks related to politics.
I'll let you do a history check either if that one's better.
Yeah, I'll do history.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You should have trusted that charisma.
I like
Probably
it
have
as
chat-
soon as you
probably have
switch.
chat inspiration.
What was the base roll?
Uh-oh.
You can save that. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe with chat inspiration.
If only you had a person there who
15
could
total?
15?
give you an extra D4.
Oh, yeah.
If only.
15 total? Okay, that's good.
Oh yeah, 15's pretty good.
Everybody looks to each other and goes, "She's against Winfield! Hooray!" And the press people quickly leave. leaving that gentleman who was asking all of the questions.
No, I'm gonna shout. And don't forget, I love Carnegie Roosevelt III very, very, very much. My fiance, I'm engaged to Carnegie Roosevelt III.
We love Carnegie, and they all
We
cheer.
love Carnegie.
Leaving.
Perception check.
They weren't paying attention, so I'll let you get away.
I'm
with
just
it.
like,
But there is one person left, and this person is charged with writing
Soldier
down
6. Okay.
everything that you're saying. And it is the person who was asking all the questions, and he goes, "Hello, I am your scribe. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I will be writing down everything you are saying to make sure that your words are preserved forever."
That's so exciting.
Yes, every leader has one, and I am yours. Very exciting.
Oh my God,
Wait, where was Carnegie's scribe?
Carnegie's scribe was fired, by the way. He wanted to do away with the tradition, but I find it most exciting. A large portion of Carnegie's writings and words were never kept. It's so disastrous.
What languages do you know?
Oh, I know almost all languages spoken by bipedal humanoid peoples, such as Elvish, Dwarvish, Gnomish. I even know a bit of Druidic, although that one's supposed to be a secret. I know Giant. I know,
Celestial?
Celestial?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, I never learned that one in school. Is that one spoken commonly?
Do you not know Celestial?
No.
How am I supposed to have a scribe who doesn't know Celestial?
Must I learn Celestial?
Yes, now.
He like looks on the verge of tears. Roll intimidation or persuasion.
Years at the academy, wasted.
He knows all those languages, but does he know Popley? Sunflower, you're my favorite.
17.
17. He just like, you can see him like his hands like shaking. He's like, "Do you know where I can learn Celestial?"
Is there a library?
I guess yes.
Check out a book.
Damn.
Okay, and he just closes his.
Bye.
He closes his book, and his magical quill like flurries after him, and he sprints to the library.
Down.
That's your
I like the
plot
fact that
point.
his
Outta here,
quill just looks
offbeat.
quizzed, just looks pensively, like as if it sadly, and then just runs after his
You can
master.
see you can see him look around and just, and he keeps running.
Oh man.
But anyway,
You tried, offbeat. You tried.
I did. I really wanted him to stick around, but he's off.
You're,
I was ready for him to
God!
just-
And from the library.
I was ready for him to just know Celestial. That's what I was, because it had come up before in the campaign, so I was just ready. It's like, oh yeah, I do know Celestial. I was like, oh wow, how about that?
Oh damn it!
Semester abroad, man. You learn new things.
I'm crazy.
Language
I studied in heaven.
Beer pong.
I'm pen pals with Jesus. Anyway, I'm not finishing that joke. Anyway, mostly because it's not very good. Anyway, with that done and done, you have approximately 5 hours until you have your town hall meeting, Helena. I will let you prepare for what the onslaught of questions that are about to come to you. Have
Is there
fun.
a way I should? Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
think
Oh,
of
God, okay.
Use your poli-sci major.
I'm gonna pull my thesis.
The rest of the party, around this time, you begin hearing news and rabble through the streets of Helena de Fontaine is supreme leader. Get your papers today. Helena de Fontaine is supreme leader. Papers, please, papers.
Well, I mean that adds up.
That can't be right.
Hopefully, it's like well, she told us that, and it's like hopefully she didn't do anything crazy though.
What does Dorg Helmsworth Pigley you do?
Well, after I gather all my heated metal, I'd go find Dorg to talk to Mallory.
It's like well, you know, now that Helena's the leader of New Acacia, she can delay the town hall. We won't even have to worry about it anymore.
We still need to get people out of this city.
Well, yeah, she can run a drill or something.
Can we
That's a
tell
good
her
point.
that?
Yeah, let's go find her.
All right.
You guys go outside and you notice that there are paper stands lining the streets of people hollering and getcha. Wait a minute, I've got hats for this. Hold your fucking phone.
Yay!
We have
Yay.
props,
We
ladies
love
and gentlemen.
hats.
This is
Well,
a
Helena
proper
Delfonte.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I heard she doesn't care.
Oh wait, I think I know what hat. Oh, I
What was
remember
that?
that hat.
Caroline?
Get your
Huh?
papers! Get your papers!
Hey, I
Papers
love
here!
it.
Papers for a gold! Papers for a single copper!
Extra, read all
Extra,
about
extra!
it.
Read all
I
about
love
it!
Newsies.
Wait, do I see anything about a town hall happening today? On the
You
just like as they're, or are they waving them too wildly? for
They're
me to
waving
see?
them with such rigor that you cannot possibly read them.
Oh really?
Yes.
What with my perception? What if I rolled like, or is it like,
You're
or is it,
fine.
like really?
Roll perception, but I'll tell you one thing. These newsboys don't fuck around.
Helmsworth, you could just buy one.
It's a
I
Playing
could.
offbeat.
I don't know
But
where
I'm
he
more,
gets them
I'm
from.
more, I'm trying to be dramatic here, guys.
yes, Liz?
Would I know the tax rate here?
The tax rate currently, it is like, it's a flat 18%.
Enough to buy a lamppost in a circle.
Yeah.
How do I know how the people feel about it or no?
You know that most people are pretty unhappy here, just in
That makes
general.
sense. That okay. Oh,
Okay,
actually,
so that's gonna be an
okay.
18
Yeah,
for
okay.
me.
18 for you? You try to read it, but these boys just be wildin', man. One of them starts breaking out into a song and dance routine and starts singing about Santa Fe. It's ridiculous.
Open up a
Look at me! I'm the king of New York!
Helmsworth starts to get really frustrated with them breaking out the song and dance. He's just like, he literally he just pounds his stomach and is like, enough! And he subtle spells hold person on one of these.
Try it. You can try it.
Yeah,
What's the
I
wisdom?
subtle spelled hold person, so
What?
they have to make a DC 15 wisdom save.
18!
Wait, hold on. It's a good thing you told me the number, because I can bend luck.
Chat, inspire this
And I can-
NPC.
Chat, inspire me!
Inspire
Chat,
the NPC,
inspire me!
That's not the way that works. Are you really,
that
chat?
the
Are
Chat.
you really gonna
They
just
can-
do this?
Yes!
Oh, they
Inspire
did.
offbeat.
They did it.
They can inspire offbeat.
They can inspire
You're a
offbeat
bunch
I
too.
did
of
not know
hoes,
that.
chat.
What is that in the
Yay!
rules?
I think we said don't do it at the beginning, but we're breaking those rules.
Alright, I rolled it.
Why you do it just to screw me up?
Because I want the newsboy to have his song and dance!
The moment in the sun.
This is the one time I get to have newsboys in the campaign.
Oh, he's gonna have his roll lowered by 4. So
Alright, that is now a 17, so he still makes it. And he continues the song and dance with the rest of his motley crew, and they begin snapping at each other quite viciously as they continue their song and dance as they jape and jive and body roll and click their heels together. I'm not going to show my feet because that's illegal on Twitch apparently, but they
it
do
really?
that.
Is it?
Yes. But all the same, Helmsworth, you try to cast it, but these boys are just too wild. It's a
I'd like to go.
that's why.
yeah, it's a single copper to pay.
Hello, TikTok man.
Hello, how may I help you?
Can I have a newspaper?
Yes, you can. It is a single copper.
Here's a gold.
Oh my God! Papers for everyone! And he throws up, and they just
On the house.
It's like that one scene from Step It Up where they're dancing in the streets.
yes, he throws
Paper
like
cannon.
they just start winging papers out into the streets until 100 papers have been delivered. Congratulations, you have delivered 100 You have now acquired 100 papers, so many that you can't even hold them all.
My town reputation increased.
I'll grab one of them that's
Yeah, there we go.
that's just indubitably fallen on the ground because these people just don't care.
As you read it, you notice it says Town Hall meeting after supper. Helena de la Fontaine potentially sympathetic to New Winfield, as well as a vagrant who arrived from the south. More news at 11.
You just see Helmsworth, he's delicately holding it, but you see that it's starting to catch on fire because he's using prestidigitation. Because I can use prestidigitation to start a small campfire. So
Is this how you vent your rage?
so you just see him holding this piece of paper, and he has a completely neutral expression, which is like he usually has something in the mixture of like between like he's usually annoyed or like he's like just teasing, but this he's looking at and you just see nothing, and you just see the paper burning in his hand. He just holds it. It probably hurts a little bit.
A newsboy goes, "Oh, watch it there! You might burn your paper." And he hands you.
It's like I look at him with eyes of cold fury.
Intimidation check, please.
I mean that's not going to be that good. Intimidation, 13.
He's like moderately. He's only a child, but he's like, sorry, mister, and he goes back to the song and dance.
It's valid.
What does Dorg think of all of this?
Am I with him with the?
You've been watching this whole thing happen.
You see this, and then he turns to you, and it's like a Stepford smile, but there's no smile on his face, so it's creepier. He's like, Dorg, what is this?
What is the paper?
Yeah. Dorg,
Yeah.
you read on the paper, it says, Helena de la Fontaine, new leader, vagrant from the south, shows up. Now, Mary's Carnegie Roosevelt the First's grandson, Carnegie Roosevelt the Third, holds town hall meeting at 5.
I'm not exactly one for lollipics or whatever it's called, but I think that whenever a new captain comes into charge, that it's important that her crew obey orders. So why are you all standing around here when she's called a meeting?
It's not 5 yet,
It's
Dorg.
at 5.
I'm gonna force the time to check.
You can force it. We'll
Time
wait
skip.
until we can wait. Don't worry, Dorg. We can wait until 5 comes. We'll do it for you.
Persuasion for time check. Time change.
Yeah.
Can we persuade the force of time?
Did
Do
I
we
persuade
want
the
this
force of
meeting to
time?
happen?
You guys did. Dorg, I should remind you and Piggly that you have been invited to Mallory's place for dinner as well. So,
Yes.
Helmsworth, you want to come?
I need her for the glyphs of warding. She's gonna be gone all day.
Who?
Helena,
you should
our
also.
supreme leader,
It's-
Helena de la Fontaine.
It
Just
should
go
also-
knock on the door.
Just in case y'all forgot, glyphs of warding must remain in the place that they are cast. So you'll have to.
I physically need her.
I know, but I'm
in
just
those
reminding
places.
you. I remember part of the plan originally.
Yeah,
was
no,
to cast
I
Helena.
realized it later.
Yeah.
And I've already adjusted it in my own mind.
Okay, well,
but-
you need to inform Helena of those
Well,
adjustments.
it doesn't really seem like she's even remembering the plan at the
Well,
moment.
it seems like she's
I
doing a
remember
great
the
job.
plan.
She's doing a
I'm
great
sorry.
job on the plan. It seems as
I
though you've
remember
just
the
forgotten.
plan.
I'm not gonna lie, Helmsworth. Your plan was not airtight from the get-go. These are
mean-
what I would like to call accidents that happen when you engage in plans without all the information necessary to make them. And it is up
Oh,
to
you know what? That's fine. I'm marching off to City Hall, and I'm just gonna.
in the Cowboys.
I think
And I have the
Piggly need to get
I
on the
have
way.
I have the smoldering remains of the newspaper. I never let go of it. It probably burned me a little.
1 point of burning damage.
Okay, take that off of the hot chalky.
Yeah. Dorg and Piggly, we will get back to you. I'm going to, Bunny. I'm going to go to Bunny for a bit.
Bunny.
Bunny, you wake up within the the sandy ruins and tombs of the desert druids and the great sand monkey.
Yes.
And you wake up and they go, well, Bunny, welcome to our circle. We are most happy to have you here.
It was a very nice circle. Thank you for having me.
Of course. As you are the only spore druid available to us, we should mention that the jobs of spore druids is to connect nature. So we are tasking you with, at some point, you must connect the old all tree, the northern tree, to the southern tree.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we...
And I can just do that through me? Is there do I have to be, like, in between them? Or, like, I don't know if you, do you have any instructions for this?
They look to each other, and they look to you, and they go, we don't know.
Alright, I'll figure it out. It's fine.
Okay. At this time, they hear a knocking at the door.
Clary,
And
who slept out in the cold.
and inside and in walks the sand monkey holding a lobster folk by the head and says,
Oh.
And the sand monkey telepathically communicates to you, this lobster man claims to be one of yours.
Yeah, he's one of my friends. Maybe don't hold him by the head, please.
She places him in her hand and then places him on the ground.
Hi, Plary.
Plary 2 goes, oh, I didn't realize that these sand monkeys were quite so well put together.
Yeah, they got a nice place here. It's really pretty nice.
I always thought they were somewhat vermin, living in some shallow holes, but they seem to be quite intelligent.
They got some. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, they're very smart. Oh yeah. They got a lot going on. What's going on with you? Did you get tired of sitting outside doing nothing all day?
Well, yeah. I decided to try and hunt myself, so I went and I was trying to shoot them with my crossbows, you see, but I kept missing. So I decided I would open up their hole a bit by digging, but when I started doing that, so many of them came out and dragged me inside the hole. And then they were starting to beat up on me, but then I fired my crossbow at them and I killed several. It was quite a bloodbath. But then one of the great big gorillas showed up and knocked me unconscious. You see, my head's a little scratched up here. But that's okay though, because when I woke up, I was in this great big chamber with this giant monkey. And the giant monkey spoke to me without even speaking. And I just looked in my eyes and they said, who are you? And I said, I'm Plary 2, titled as such by Bunny. And I'm here to protect my friend. Where is she? And at that point, I was brought here. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have checked on you. That was my bad.
It's okay. Can you heal me
I
up?
was
I'm a little sore.
Oh yeah, here. Come here. I gotcha.
He reaches out a clawy hand.
Oh, I'll reach on the wrist.
Okay. What would you like to cast?
Oh, I have to cast to pick him up.
No, he said
I
heal.
think he said heal.
Oh, heal. I got good berry.
The old classic.
The old classic.
Oh, good berries.
How many are you gonna give him?
I'll give him like 5.
5. Okay. He takes 5. You see him open up his mandibly mouth and he munches on the 5 good berries and that was good. Thank you.
They're good berries.
They are good berries.
Yeah.
So what exactly is this plan?
Well, so of course I have telepathically bonded with the matriarch here, which was all part of the plan. She's my buddy now. And well, okay, so a few things have to happen, I think, before we mobilize. But ultimately, we're gonna take us and the monkeys, and we're gonna go back to New Akentia, and we're gonna raise the town. We're gonna completely destroy it. But before then, I think, I have to get the northern all tree in touch with the southern all tree, which only I can do because I'm the only spore druid here. So, but they don't really know how to do that, so I gotta figure that out. I think now. And yeah, so that's the plan. I hope that's the right order. I don't quite know.
That sounds interesting. Now, for the town leveling, might I suggest Instead of leveling the entire town, we pick targets.
Oh, okay.
You
What do you think we should target?
Well, there's several military buildings that seem to be the most of the locus for any sort of offensive stratagem. So if we take those out, we can leave the more hospitable zones intact, which might minimize casualties.
Well, I do declare your accent is quite infectious. You are right. I do believe this is quite a fine strategy, player two, and I do appreciate your input here. Here.
Yeah.
Here.
The desert.
I do declare.
The desert druids all go in unison.
Wow, this is most unorthodox.
Clary 2 whips out a map. He lays it out before you. And he says, all right, so if we come in from the north, the main thing that you need to do is destroy that great big wall with that there great big monkey.
All right. I think we can do that.
Mm-hmm. Now, with that, once that great big wall has been destroyed, there are several buildings within the city limits that are what some might say militarized. They've got weapons and guns out the wazoo, as well as soldiers. I think it might be your job to go and squash them there buildings and ensure that no further casualties come to any sympathetic compatriots to our cause.
I do believe you are correct. I'm just going to jot that down here.
Because we need not destroy the habitable zones of this here city.
I do believe you're right there. Yon civilians don't deserve this treatment.
Mm-hmm. And that way, once the civilians have been evacuated, they can come back in here, and we can start, me and the rest of the lobster folk can come in and start showing them more about our island way of life.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I didn't get that part of it. I didn't get that part of it, but I do agree with you.
He gives you a clawy fist bump.
Yeah.
And you and Clary 2 begin planning for the assault on New Akentia.
Yes.
That begin plotting. Back with Helena. Helena, you have been studiously studying within your room. Taking out notes to answer potential questions that might be assailed at you when you hear a knock at your door at the town hall door.
Soldier 6? Okay.
Sex.
It is Helmsworth.
Oh.
Wait,
what?
they just let me in?
Is that a man?
Yes, you would have persuaded them. I'm skipping stuff. We got a lot to do today, guys. Chop chop.
Okay.
You see him, he just has his arms crossed. He still has the cowboy hat on, so you're like, take that for what it is.
Hello. What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? What are you doing here? Did you forget? We had a plan, remember?
I mean, I know, and I went to go see Carnegie, and things didn't go according to plan, like I told you. So, I did what I could so I wouldn't get in trouble, and we wouldn't get in trouble.
I mean,
I regret nothing.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you could have still come back and reported, like, what happened after that,
and not stay in the place that the leader's supposed to stay in. You got to act the part, Helmsworth.
You're the supreme leader. You can do whatever you please. Do you have my
supreme leaders
eyes?
Act a certain way, Helmsworth.
Don't talk to me about how leaders work. I'm a diplomat too, Can you give me my eyes, please? Let's start with that.
No, after this, I'll give it to you.
All right.
Fair enough.
Anything else?
Do you not remember what we're supposed to do today?
I mean, like, I'm aware. Are you going to give me the thing so I can do the thing?
Yeah. But, with what you're doing, there's going to be, people are going to be like, new leader, held a town hall. It's going to be a lot harder for us to just, place what we're placing there. It's going to be a lot harder than what it's normally been.
Hi, it's Liz. Am I misunderstanding glyphs of warding if I can just cast glyphs of warding on the objects, people just take them?
Yes, you
Glyphs of
are.
Warding has to be cast within. Glyphs of Warding has to be cast within 10.
So
feet.
this is a thing. When Ballad originally made the plan and passed it by me, we both missed this part of the plan.
Okay.
We both missed that on Glyphs of Warding. I went and looked at it yesterday and discovered.
Yeah, no,
this.
I realized it over the course of the last week, and I was like, oh, crap.
Yes.
Okay.
So Glyphs of Warding, how the spell works is the glyph is destroyed if the object you cast it on is moved more than 10 feet away from its original casting position. It's like I misunderstood that too.
So in other words, if you made an explosive rune and I told Tika to carry it, the rune would just explode and that'd be it.
It wouldn't explode. It would
Right.
just not activate. It just.
It wouldn't. I thought it would just activate.
No. I checked.
Okay.
It just deactivates.
Okay.
So
yeah,
how the plan would then have to work is you need to be taken somewhere and then the spell needs to be cast on the things.
Okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood that.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. We both messed up.
Did. My job is to know how Dungeons and Dragons works, and I fucked up. So that's way worse than you, whose job is to not know how Dungeons and Dragons works. This is way worse on me, because I supposed to know this stuff. I'm a sham. I'm a faker. I'm a fraud. But anyway.
I'll say that Helmsworth explains all of this to you so that we don't have to do it again.
Yes.
Well, that's annoying. Can we just do it at night?
It's like, you know what? Fine, we'll do it at night. I suppose I'll leave the excuse as to why some random dude is going with you to actually, you know what? I'll just give you the powdered diamonds. Just make sure the glyphs are set.
Yeah, do I put them on anything I want, or?
Just put them near other charge stones.
Do I have charge stones?
There will be some on the wall. You need to get up.
Cool. Okay, cool.
It's like I just look at it and I just say, it's like, when you get up to the wall, I want you to go to the 4 cardinal points, or approximate, doesn't have to be exact. I need you to place 1 glyph per area.
Okay.
So that way, it all potentially comes down at once. I'll make sure that I have the powdered diamonds for you, because I was able to get. And he does, and it's like, oh yeah, and here, consider it a housewarming gift, and he gives you 300 gold.
Okay, thank you.
I suppose you rich people don't appreciate anything.
Yikes. Helena's pride is stung. Helena will remember that. A little holographic butterfly hovers in the corner of the screen.
All right, I get it.
Anyway, I have my own things to take care of today. A pleasure meeting with you, Miss De La Fontaine. I'm glad that me as your architectural consultant, that everything.
There's no one here. They can't hear you.
Surprise!
I'm keeping
Someone shows up and goes, "Hello there, Helena De La Fontaine. It is me, the
Yay.
scribe from earlier. I have."
Did you learn Celestial?
I learned a lot about Celestial. It is a beautiful language.
Okay, can I test? Can I speak Celestial?
Perfectly eloquent Celestial. He goes, my oh my, is today not a ravishing day? And it sounds like a mixture of arias and operettas mixed with hard consonants.
I replied back in Celestial. I was like, It's like, it seems that you are a quick study.
And he goes, oh my goodness, are you also a scribe?
Of sorts. I am Sir Scribe. I am
Anyways, since you know Celestial, and since you know Infernal, I'm sure you're perfect.
In perfect Infernal, he goes, which means, of course, I do.
Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name?
My name is Freddy.
Do you have a
Freddy?
last name?
Ready the scribe.
Freddy T.
Freddie T.
Yes.
How do you
Mr.
spell
T, as
Freddy?
it were.
F-R-E-D-D-Y. It's short
How
for
ex-
Freddy-o.
Really?
Okay. Freddie, let me tell you something.
Yes?
We're gonna change it up a little bit, okay?
Oh, I love change.
It's developmentalist, if you will.
Okay.
You write down what I tell you. You don't write down everything I say. You write down what I need to have written down. And if you don't listen to me, I'll make one call to my father, and that's the end of you.
Do I need to write down this sentence as well?
What do you think, Freddie?
Yes?
No.
Oh.
This is going to be our little secret because as a scribe, you're also my confidant. And if you tell anyone conversations I have with anyone else that you're not supposed to write down, again, one call to my father. Do you understand me?
Perfectly, madam.
I say in infernal, do you understand me?
He goes, and it's like, yes.
All right.
Wait, hold on.
Good.
Do I? Wait, hold on. I'm still here, right? So I
Yes.
could check to see if he's actually like, is he like actually sane? Is he like telling the truth here? I want to insight.
Bullshit
if I
check.
can.
Bullshit check!
Oh, shit.
I want to roll bullshit.
Freddie, out of
Well,
curiosity, do you know how to sing?
yes, I do, madam.
Sing for me.
What song would you like?
The best one you have.
I rolled 24 on my bullshit check, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Freddy seems quite similar to Piggly, almost incapable of lies.
It's like, Supreme Leader Helena, I believe that this man is
Hey, I'm listening. Stop. One, you're not a baritone. You're a tenor. You need to work on that. Two, do you think that can pass as a vibrato for me? Do you think your vibrato comes from here? It comes from here. Use your mask. Where's your mix? Did they teach you how to sing? Or did you teach yourself?
I sing choir.
You sing choir. Are you a soloist? Exactly.
Okay.
So how about you go practice a tenor aria? Maybe in Druid, perhaps?
There are no druid arias.
Then compose one.
Oh!
What are you still doing here? Bye, Freddie.
And he walks off.
Just like that, Dorg became terrified of Helena.
Freddy leaves.
I've never felt worse for an NPC in my life.
That was amazing.
Wow.
I'm shaking.
I just like Helena is like Helena just looks at Helena's like, yeah, you sure showed him.
I
You just
hated every second of that, Kevin. Oh my god.
Really, you couldn't just dismiss him like a normal person. You just had to berate him in front of
Yes, he
everybody.
came back. That was the second time. I told her once last year I wanted like 2 hours.
If you looked at this man is the same as Piggly. He's just earnest. If you just told him no,
He might ruin our plans. Hey, gods!
Don't.
They show up. Yes,
Just got
Helena
my
de
lovely friend
Lafontaine.
outside.
Yes, madam.
Except for number 6, you have lunch with me.
Number 6 looks to you and says, "Okay." And he decides to stay.
I'm sorry. Helmsworth just kind of holds out his arms like, well, all right, are we doing this or what?
chaos happening, or are we?
We have chaos.
Why
Oh,
is it with
shit.
me every time?
Hey, I mean,
It
I'm
is
here
you every
too.
time. Well,
Oh, that's more than I thought it would be.
Do good. How many chaos activations?
5 total,
For
he says.
Freddy? It's because how I treated Freddy?
For
Yeah,
Freddy.
Well, let's see if this works first, chat. No activation. Roll the 57. New activation window 1 to 25.
I hate him.
Ozark just kind of holds out his arm for him to be dragged off. I was like, well, are we doing this or what?
They pick you up, and are you gonna try and maintain the perfect T as they hoist you by your arms?
No, I'm sorry. I meant like I'm holding them my arms out like this, like for them to like drag me away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do. They drag you out.
That wasn't. You
it's
could
like,
have
oh,
walked.
how? It's like,
You
oh,
could've-
it's like,
I love the dramatic exit though. That's nice.
Good work, girl. Great and powerful leader. May your nation prosper.
And you exit exit stage left, pursued by Bear. Well, everybody, that has been the first half of 7 Seas 6 Idiots. We're going to now enter our break, and we'll be back at 9:45. So stay tuned, grab some water, and we will be back later. Bye-bye. 9:45. Goodbye. Hello, everybody. We are back from break. It is 9:45, and we are ready to get back into the incredible tales of the 6 idiots on 7C. Some might even call this stream 7C 6 idiots. So when we last left off, Helena had just ruined some guy's day. Poor Freddy T. As he is off to go
completely unprovoked.
Off to go and compose an operetta in Druidic, which is a written language. It's something that's like telling someone to go and compose an operetta in code. That's hilarious.
Possible.
in C#.
Go compose a musical in C++, please. But anyway, he's off to go and do that. And now we are gonna catch up with the rest of the party. So we're gonna speed through a bit here, guys, because I want to get Operation Big Monkey done today.
Do it.
So everybody, so Dorg and Piggly, you have your meeting with Mallory. It is lovely. I would like for you all to make a general charisma check for how well you did that evening, and to see if you got any gifts.
Friendship.
17.
17. What did you get, Piggly?
8.
Piggly, you trip and fall and accidentally spill a large bowl of soup on yourself. However, Mallory does not mind, as she thinks you are quite adorable, and you in fact are
she
7.
does.
And she thinks you
Which
are
he
7.
is.
And
Yeah,
she picks you up, wipes you off. Dorg, you gain proficiency in the firearm skill as she trains you how to shoot. So you can now fire your weapons with proficiency when shooting. Piggly, she also gives you a non-charged stone based firearm. She gives you a flint. She gives you a single shot pistol.
Yo.
When you fire it, you must take it. It takes an action to shoot, and you must use your bonus action to reload it. It has a single shot per shoot. Yeah, that's words. You do not have proficiency in this skill, and it requires your dexterity bonus to shoot. Its damage is 2d6. Bludgeoning. Piercing.
Yeah.
Okay. If you missed any of that, you can just message me afterwards.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can now zoom into Helena as she's preparing for her town hall meeting.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
You're
No, unique.
Sunflower.
I would have sent the 800 GP as like a gift to Helena.
Okay.
Just so that it gets.
Helena, you have in your hand a bag of powdered diamonds,
Okay.
which are to be used for the glyphs of warding later tonight. With you is Freddy T. And he is arrived.
Are you kidding?
He is furiously scribing out in sheet music, the notes for his operetta in Druidic, and he turns.
Let me see that.
He shows it to you, he's like, "Ma'am, it is important that I'm here today. I can be quite useful for managing these press conferences."
I'm sorry. Do you think that's an opera? Start over.
He takes his magic quill and he waves it in the air, and all the notes fly off the page.
And how about you do it? Let's think of a good place of inspiration for you.
Helena de la Fontaine! I can be quite useful for managing press conferences.
How did you just address me?
Ma'am, please listen to me.
How did you just address me?
Supreme Leader de la Fontaine, please listen to me. I could be quite useful for managing these press conferences. Please let me go on stage with you. I will help you.
Do you not think I can handle it by myself?
I will leave you to it, madam.
How did you just address me?
Supreme Leader Helena
Thank
de
you.
la Fontaine.
And Freddy?
Yes, madam.
Your speaking voice is quite nice.
And he walks off.
Does Helmsworth see Frederick in the streets? Like he's just trying to get things together.
You see a man storm off with sheet music.
He's like, hey.
No. Yes.
It's like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay, man? Are you okay? I mean, are you all right there, son?
I have been dismissed by Helena de la Fontaine. I don't think she wants a scribe. I shall go back, and I will seek different employment, I guess.
Well, you know those noble types. Hey, I'll tell you what. You can travel with me. I'm looking for adventure, and I'd really like someone to write down all of my great moments of heroism. And I think you're the guy for it.
I don't. Do you have the salary for me? Scribes are quite expensive.
How expensive?
Well, usually we run up about 100 gold an hour, and that's paid for by the state.
100 gold? Bruh.
Well, I will admit I do not have that on me right now, but my adventures are quite profitable. I can make it worth your while. Besides, you get to travel, and you do get to travel the world for free. No, aren't you a little bit tired of this small pond?
Persuasion check.
Please, for the love of God, use everything you have.
Let's see.
Oh.
Okay, and Helmsworth is gonna bend the fabric of reality just so that he can and then do I have inspiration, chat?
Yes,
Chat,
you do.
give him inspiration.
You always have inspiration in this chat, isn't that right, chat?
Oh yeah, they said yes. So that's gonna be.
There's always money in the banana stand.
Okay, so that's four. That's four total in bonuses. Persuasion is another 4, so that's 8 total in bonuses. I rolled an 18, so that's a 26.
Yeah.
Nice.
Freddy looks at you, and he looks at your large quantity of magical items that are in shopping bags equivalent, and he realizes that you are someone important. And he seems to realize that he might just be involved in something important. And feeling the thrill of adventure, he goes, I will travel with you. Yes.
Oh my god.
I will. He takes out his quill and he says, would you like me to write down everything you say, sir?
I mean, maybe hold off on that. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking. Let me think about what Helmsworth is thinking. He's thinking some shit right now. I'm thinking Helmsworth free. A play of discovery. We'll talk about it over brunch.
He goes,
we'll talk about it over dinner.
He goes, I'll start writing out ideas. And he waves his quill, and he begins writing furiously in his spell book. Congratulations, Helmsworth! You have acquired a sidekick. However, this is no ordinary sidekick. Yeah. This is a level 7 Order of Scribes wizard.
Yes.
Sidekick.
Oh, we're gonna get him killed so quick.
Caroline, did you just call him a scribe?
We'll I said Order of Scribe Kick.
Him and me will be dropping fireballs in the back from the back line.
Oh my god.
Scribbard.
I will have to draw up his stat sheet later tonight. I just knew he was a level 7. Check out my Patreon if you want that stat sheet.
Yeah, for the fireball. Yeah.
For the fireball. But yes, you have now Freddy. He likes you quite a lot.
I was like I like him too. I feel of him because he's also been done dirty by the gnomes. Like those nobles, huh? Can't live. It's like can't live with them. Can't live with them. Can't get your money taken by the tax man without him.
Anyway, the press conference starts.
Oh god.
Helena, this is going to be a series of checks not dissimilar to Dance Dance Revolution. Are you ready to make them?
Yeah, let me just move my tea 1 second.
This is a system I like to call real-time rolling. You need to tell me the numbers as you roll them fast enough between the questions I ask. I will give you the check at the end. You have a 5-second timer as I count down on my fingers. If you don't tell me the number that you rolled in time, you instantly fail the check, and the press will make up what they want.
Ooh.
Yes.
But what am I adding? Or
You will.
subtracting?
I will tell you history check, and then you've got to.
Oh,
go.
mother of God, Offie, come on!
Man, it sure would be useful to have a scribe to field questions.
Oh wow!
It's almost like I put my
I am
NPC.
gonna take Freddy with me to the press conference.
Just watch.
Just to watch.
Oh my
Just
God.
to watch.
It's almost like I put my NPCs in these things for reasons.
Like, oh man, she's floundering out there. If only she had a magnificent scribe. Am I right, Freddy? Am I right?
I'm sorry, Liz. Actions of consequences in D&D.
I believe in you, Liz.
You
got
did
it.
I know.
you did it
You
for
got this.
You did it for a
Go, Liz,
story
go.
reason. You did it for a story reason, and that is commendable. So I'll give you that.
Can
But
she use?
Wait, can
she
she
use
get
her D4s?
like a DM inspiration for that?
I will give
that
you
was pretty,
a
that's pretty
D6.
hardcore.
How about this? I'll give you a D6 DM inspiration dice, which you can use at any time throughout this press conference if you fail a check in order to bump down the DC, in the hopes that it will pass. Okay.
Okay.
In order to help you out, cause you went the route of saying screw it to the scribe. But anyway,
I'm an independent woman, Offbeat.
I understand.
Don't need no scribe.
Good luck. Good luck. Here we go.
Thank you.
But soldier number 6.
Soldier number 6.
Oh, by the way, your dinner with soldier number 6 was kind of awkward, but like he was still pleasant enough.
Dang it!
Still pleasant enough. Still pleasant enough.
He didn't. He wasn't upset. It was just like a weird situation for him to be in, but like. He clearly was. He was flattered. Okay, he was flattered. He was flattered.
It's fine. I'm moving on. It's fine.
Okay.
Maybe you can try. Wait, maybe you can try and recruit soldier number 6. You don't know.
He doesn't want to be here.
Army of NPCs.
Anyway, the next. Here we go into the questioning period. Helena de la Fontaine, how exactly did you come into power? You have 5 seconds. Please make a persuasion check. 5.
14.
14. Good. Well, that is quite a lovely way how you came into power when you met with Carnegie's family and they decided that you would be a lovely person to be in charge of all the matters. Now, we have several questions about how you're going to be handling the war effort to the north of and new of Kentia, as Winfield is currently attacking us on all fronts. What are your plans to take care of the assault? Please make a history check. 5, 4,
10.
3. Oh, that is quite troubling. I'm very sorry that you've currently not been briefed on this. We will have to be back in a few minutes on that question. Helena de la Fontaine, we would like to know what exactly is your plans for the tax rate. As we all know, the flat tax rate of 18% across everybody here has been most troubling and has hit the poorest communities the hardest, where the wealthiest run rampant with their money and squander it all in casinos to be swindled by strangely dressed cowboy men. What will you do? Please make a persuasion check.
12.
I see you've been briefed on these questions quite well, but I will now give you the chance to save your argument here. Make an argument to try and persuade the press to like you.
I actually do it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, here's the deal, my dears.
Mhm.
When we're a competitive... Whoa, sorry. We are a competitive regime, okay? Here's the deal. People say we are consistently, imperialist or expansionist, and because they don't truly understand us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand that we're actually defensive, all right? And people tell me that they don't know what I'm doing with Winfield because I am sympathetic to Winfield. But let's talk about what sympathetic means. It means I understand Winfield. And as Sun Tzu said, all warfare is based on deception, pretend inferiority, and encourages ignorance. For to win 100 victories is not the acme of skill. To subdue an enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. I know Winfield like the back of my hand because I understand them. That is how I win against them.
Persuasion check at advantage.
Natural 20?
Cheers.
You make a compelling
good.
argument in the press conference, and the people leave resolute that despite the fact the question was about taxes and the conversation turns to war, everyone cheers as they feel unified. That New Acacia
This hits a little too close to home.
the rabble
My crew member.
Oblivion.
Somewhere, bunny with monkeys. I suddenly feel the need, the urge to drink, and I'm very rallied.
Drinking that monkey booze. And the press conference ends. Everyone asks you a bunch of banal, benign questions at the end. Something about, do you like dogs? And you're like, I'm a fan of the dogs. And you're like, and they're like, what do you think of so-and-so? And they're like, I think they're a swell chap. Just a bunch of nonsense. But you make it through with only a slight dent in your reputation, as you did stumble a bit on the history questions. I assume, Dorg, Pigley, you were all here at the town hall with Helmsworth and such?
Indeed.
And Freddy.
And Freddy.
I'd introduce them to Freddy.
Who's this guy?
Hello there, I am Freddy T, former scribe of Helena de la Fontaine, and now newfound adventuring partner to Helmsworth Free.
Really? Okay, welcome to my crew, Freddy. Can you hold your liquor?
Give him some. Give him some.
We'll see. We will see.
I hand him my
We'll
flask.
see.
He takes a sip.
Chug.
Out of in peer pressure, he just
I'm gonna help him out a bit.
he holds it. He doesn't gag. He doesn't cough. But he's clearly uncomfortable, as I don't think this man drinks a lot of liquor.
Wait, hold on.
Attaboy,
Would a
Freddy.
D4 make a difference? Because I can bend luck for it.
It might.
I
how
think he
he
did
takes
fine.
He did-
I'll tell you right now, he's already passed Dorg's vibe check.
He's already
I'm gonna
passed,
excuse myself.
Well, I mean, I already spent the sorcery points though.
That's out of control.
Whoopsie.
Okay, guys, let's just calm down one at a
Sorry.
time. DM Brain needs help. He passes the check. It's not gonna. It will just affect like whether or not he passes it better or not. I don't think you can refurbish your sorcery points. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Helena, you want to slink off somewhere? What are you doing?
I'm doing the glyphs.
Oh, okay. You want to sneak out now? It's like only the evening.
Oh,
I
it's
was about
evening.
to say.
Yeah.
I was about to say. You said you were gonna do it after dinner.
Yeah.
So.
This is it's like 7 p.m. now ish. Like if you want to do it in the dead of night, you're gonna need to wait 5 hours.
Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'll go to like a tavern and be with the people.
Okay. So you go and hang out with the people. Everyone else, you guys all are introduced to Freddy T. Bunny, you have spent the day meditating with the desert druids to better attune to the druidic magic and to once again gain better control over Big Monkey. Big Monkey has a stat block, which I will send you right now.
What are you sending it on?
I will send it as a picture. Oh man, this writing's terrible. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. You won't be able to read that shit. Let me know what you're gonna do. Is you're gonna tell me what Big Monkey's gonna do, and then I'll do it, and then I'll do it, and I'll have some input. Good, because you have direct control over Big Monkey.
Okay.
I rolled an 18 on a persuasion check, and I convinced Soldier 6 to come with me.
Yes, Soldier 6 can.
As a guard. This guard is gonna die. I hope you're ready for it. He's gonna get stepped on or something.
Can I start mobilizing?
Wait, you're
them?
bringing a guard with you when you're placing explosive
blowing
blasts?
We're going to the tavern.
They're going to the tavern first, and she's
Oh,
gonna go
right.
after.
Yes,
Company.
of course. Yes, of course.
But you bring Soldier 6 with you. Soldier 6 grabs his mage staff and goes, okay.
Oh my god, relax. It's gonna be fun.
Soldier one letter away from copyright.
Oh my god, I hate everything about what I just said.
Soldier
I
6.
don't think he's crazy about it either.
Soldier 6
This is the same person who did.
Actually, I don't want to pressure anyone to like do it. If he doesn't want to come, like, he doesn't have to.
Soldier 6 is legally obligated to
You're
do
his
as
boss.
you say.
Okay, I'm gonna legally release him of that obligation. He obviously doesn't want to come. He can do his own thing.
Okay, he's gonna go, thank you, madam. And he goes off and he trudges off back to wherever he lives.
Back to his wife and children.
Back to his
Oh no.
No, he's a bachelor. He doesn't have a wife. But that would have been funny. But you make your way to the bar, and you spend the evening at the local tavern. Make a persuasion check, please.
Toast and a
One?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There it is.
Hey, what's your
Everyone,
modifier?
everyone gets one.
20 checks later.
What's your modifier?
For what? Charisma?
Yeah.
-1.
Right.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
0.
Everyone get the luck had to run out sometime.
Yeah,
You were
it's
rolling
why it
low.
makes no
Sus.
sense she's been able to do all
Liz,
this.
the fact that you even got here was a miracle. It was
Yeah.
gonna catch up with you sooner or later. As you walk into the bar, you trip on your face and you spend the evening with a massive welt on your forehead. And it's just so obscene that it completely ruins any chance of you blending in with the common folk as your narrative that you would want to push would make you seem. And the night
Hey,
is
at least Soldier 6 wasn't here.
yeah. Hey. That's true. Soldier 6 wasn't here to see it.
On the other hand, the welt makes her 5'11".
That's true.
Very 5'11".
Can I live?
Okay,
That
I
was
surrender.
a
I
great
surrender.
joke. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, that's so good. What is the rest of the party doing for this evening?
I feel like Bunny
I
needs
feel
to
like
mobilize the monkey.
I feel like I'm living it up with Freddy right now because I have like for the first time I've convinced someone
Gemma.
out of the
No.
without wanting monetary gain to just follow
Yeah.
him and say hell yeah.
Dorg is
Ellsworth
being.
is-
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Finish.
What are you doing, Dork?
I was just gonna say, Dorg is being true to Dorg and drinking his goddamn ass off.
Helmsworth, are you going to join Dorg in drinking with?
I'll have a drinking contest with Dorg. I'm down.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Higley,
Oh no, you cheated last time.
No, I didn't. What makes you say that, dude?
I know a little scrawny guy like you with all that gold couldn't have held your own against me. You did something, didn't you?
Jealous, Dorg? Feel like big strong man doesn't measure up to little scrawny guy? I work out.
Yeah, of
Lift,
course
bro?
you do.
Oh, my
Lifting
protein
that
is
stick
whey.
has got to be a real tough one on you.
Hey, I make sure I do my cardio, Dorg.
Of course you do. What's your cardio? Running from the bed to the door.
Why
Freddie,
don't you, I wonder if you'll be able to say the same after these drinks, Dorg.
Freddie T starts writing down. I love it. A loudmouth black braggart versus another loudmouth braggart. It's perfect chemistry for this play.
It is the narrative.
Yes, Freddie, write that down.
Exactly. I want me beating this man to be in the storybooks for eons.
Well,
Let
then
it be recorded in the Akashic records.
Would you? Oh, you must engage in a contest then.
Can I
Yes.
divine whether Helmsworth still has his alcoholism immunity?
I mean, you wouldn't. It's not magic. It's not like divine. It's just
Was that a wild magic?
That was a
Yeah, it
wild
was a-
magic
it was
surge.
wild magic.
I
didn't cast anything.
You can insight it. You can insight it. Else you can see whether or not
Bullshit check.
Helmsworth. You could. What I'm gonna say, what this check is like Helmsworth. You had a particular confidence during that, so we'll see if that confidence is still there.
Helmsworth has the same confidence, even though it's not. It's not.
It's
there.
got to be a
He
little.
doesn't.
It's a little bit different. No, you.
He
Can I
does
roll
not.
for
There's
confidence
no
then?
way.
Like how confident I am in comparison to last
Deception
time?
check then.
Yeah.
All right.
What'd
I
you
mean-
roll?
My insight was dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh well, I didn't roll that high, so
You Dorg, you can tell that Helmsworth was on some juice last time, but this time it's gonna be a much more fair fight for you.
All right, let's do it, Blue Man.
Alright.
well, I mean, I'm not wearing. Well, you know what? Whatever, Dory. You're going down.
Buddy.
Oh,
I hope you'll be able to find a better excuse next time.
All right, you two roll Constitution checks. But before you tell me what that is, but we go down to Bunny. Bunny is busy mobilizing the Monkey Coalition.
I have centered myself in an Avatar, the Last Airbender type way, and I am rallying the troops, and we are getting ready to leave.
You
Well,
sitting
it could
cross-legged
have
on
been
top of this
worse.
great big monkey, and you got and in the night, you guys begin ascending through the earth, with a veritable army of small to large apes on the ground, ready to begin the charge against the Great Wall of New Akentia. And you hear the matriarch speak to you and say, "This is it. Do you have any words to speak to our troops? I will echo your words, and may it give us guidance in this time of battle."
Fight well and fear not the future, for there will be a really tasty feast at the end. You can do it. I believe in you guys.
Good thing you took that inspiring
Inspiring
leader.
leader.
There we go. What an inspiring leader.
It's like it seemed like it was one sentence, but it lasted for 10
10
minutes.
minutes.
That's our girl.
I thought we got things to do. If there was more in there, but come on.
Like it was like
What's the
she was able to
check?
condense. She was.
What is it?
You need to make a check for the inspiring leader thing, correct?
I don't think it's a
I don't
check.
think
You just
so.
have to talk for
Just
10 minutes. and
It's
then you
just
get
10 minutes.
things.
I get to choose 6 creatures of my choosing who can understand me and are within 30 feet of me, and they get my level plus my charisma modifier, which is 10 extra HP points.
Okay, well in that case, Big Monkey kind of like echoes this throughout the entire troop. So the entire troop is like rallying your words and echoing them back and forth, and they all gain this bump in HP as a result.
Very nice.
Back to the con save. What'd y'all get?
14.
19.
Dorg, you guys hammer drinks back, but somehow the skinny little bastard wins.
What? It's just one choice?
Yeah.
He's just kind of sitting there, and he's got like his fun. It was like, well.
Whoa.
No good drinking
You're
competition ends
both
after one round.
absolutely sloshed.
Yeah, no, that's why he has his hand in this, but he's completely out of
You
it.
guys
Well. Looks like the big orc can't handle his liquor.
I am gonna pound you into the bar where I won.
I'd like to see you try.
I
and
take a
just
swing at him.
He casts
No.
mage armor as he says this. He got just like
I swing at him with my
Pull him
mage
up.
hand.
As you swing it with
Wait.
the mage hand, it just harmlessly poops on
That's
his
not what
chin.
Mage Hand does.
Okay, I swing with my other
Lesson
hand.
learned.
But no, that gave me time to cast mage armor. You wasted that. And that's gonna activate my wild magic.
I'm glad we're
Because
saving.
since I
Bring it on!
Tell me
let's-
what
let's see
number
what
you roll,
happens.
Ballad, please.
I rolled a 48, which means that a unicorn controlled by the DM appears in a space of 5. So I say, bring it on, and I erupt into stance. And as I super saiyan up, a unicorn just appears.
Give it to Freddy.
The unicorn appears, and it immediately goes, and it charges through the wall.
Not my
And now
fault.
it's running through the streets.
Can I try to wrangle
it'll
it?
disappear
I
in a minute.
always wanted to kill one of those.
I chase after it.
I chase
Well, I
after
mean,
it as well.
it disappears in a minute. I will say that.
Never.
I will
Oh, that's
find
less
it. I
fun.
will get to it in a minute.
I mean, unicorns can run pretty
Piggly's
fast.
got the best chance at catching this. What are you gonna do, Piggly?
How far away is it from me?
It charged about 60 feet at this point.
How?
Unicorns can run at 50 feet.
Okay. I can dash 70 feet. So.
Chaos.
Chaos. Oh, this is already
Oh.
chaotic, boys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guys,
no.
Dorg and Piggly were literally
I love
how we-
unicorn
and they
and
can
the
teleport.
teleport.
Through-
He's already.
They have a
It's like,
lot of just stuff
bye.
unicorns are just powerful. They can do a lot of stuff. They have legendary actions? Hold on.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Can I
Yeah,
just say,
dude,
Ballad, I'm
legendaries
so
are-
disappointed you didn't roll one number higher because I'd really I would really love to
Oh, no,
see
I
you,
put- I put
drunk
all- I put
Ballad,
all my
not
stu-
speaking.
Wait, hold on. What did you roll again? Because I rolled a 19.
Oh, no. On your wild magic.
Oh.
One higher, and I think it was you can't speak for the next minute whenever you try pink bubbles float out
1
of your
to
mouth.
35. Here we go.
Actually, yeah, that would have been it.
That would have been hilarious.
It would have been.
53, no activation. Anyway, you guys spend the rest of the evening, Piggly and you guys try to catch the unicorn. Dorg, you pass out drunk at the side of a building. Helmsworth,
tradition.
Freddy T takes you to an inn. Piggly, you eventually tire as the unicorn disappears and you return to an inn. Helena de
I
la
could
Fon-
technically catch up to it, so I resent that.
Oh, actually, what does Tiki
sorry.
think of me? What does Tiki think of me drinking as heavily as I have? Right. I mean, she's probably seen me do similar things in the past.
If you could understand Tiki in this moment, she would be saying, "This man is a failure to his kind. The sentient life is not meant for him. He has wasted his intelligence on foolishness and hubris and gluttony." That's what, but instead it just comes out as "ha!" because it's a bird.
He's like Tiki, he holds his arms out. He's like, I love you, Tiki. You're my best friend.
Piggly, because you could actually catch up to it, you actually managed to wrangle it, and you.
I just want to pose with my pistol in the air like a cowboy.
You do for a moment, and if there was someone taking a picture, they would have captured a majestic sight of Piggly on the back of a unicorn holding the pistol in the air, but you are immediately bucked off, and then it teleports and disappears.
Can I just say we need fan art of that? Piggly, back of a
Hell
unicorn,
yeah.
holding a pistol.
I will accept
way up in
nothing
the
less
fucking
than
air.
that. You know that one photo of like the unicorn, but there's like a cat with a bandana.
We don't have
and a
time,
cat.
Helena!
Yeah, we continue.
Helena, we need you. Helena, you. The back of the pig. Fuck me, chat. Helena, you now are engaging in this operation to sneak up and place your glyphs of warding. You have the powdered diamond in your hands. You need some. Where you need to place them near large quantities of charge stones in order to blow up this massive wall.
Helmetsworth told me the cardinal points.
Yes.
So are there charge stones there?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Make a stealth check, please, for me.
I took off my chainmail last night.
Smart.
14.
You managed to sneak past the guards. Some people do, look in your direction, but they don't seem to quite see you.
I'm sneaky.
You managed to sneak by. You now must cast your glyphs of warding.
Can I just do
Do
that?
they take it? I think. Look, how long does it take to cast one?
10 minutes, I believe.
1 hour, actually.
Oh, shit. Because you're going to be doing this till 4 a.m., casting your glyphs of warding.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Sleep, we don't know her.
We don't know her.
You managed to sneak up to the cardinal points in the wall, and you notice that this is also the location where they are storing most of the Chargestone munitions. And you begin casting your glyphs of warding. Where are you going to cast them on these cardinal points? Like, are you going to cast them on the building? Are you going to cast them on the stones?
I'm gonna cast them on the stones.
Okay, and what are you going to make the activation? How are they going to be activated? These glyphs of warding.
With a snap of my fingers.
Okay.
And sadly, you can't do that.
Is that cool? No, I thought
Actually,
that was
wait, no,
cool.
Oh wait, no, actually, yeah, you can't do it. It has to be like it has to be like. Wait, actually, no, it could be right, couldn't it?
Wait, let me.
Under certain circumstances, according to physical characteristics, creature kind, or wait.
Do I have to say something?
Let me
hold
check.
on.
It's like usually what you do is it's like if someone moves the stone or if something disturbs it, it will activate instead.
Okay.
Let me see.
Wait, then that would kill me.
Well, you will leave, and then someone's gonna move it, and then it's gonna blow up.
But then that would kill them.
I have a pistol.
Well, or a
You have a
giant.
pistol.
Wait, no. It says you can refine the trigger so that the spell underface only under circumstances or according to. So she could make it to a snap of the fingers, surely.
Just say yes. We don't have time.
Yeah, sure. Why not? You're right. Yes, you can do that.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
Cool. Rule of cool, guys.
Rule of cool. Also known as the
Thank you,
rule
Ballad.
of time saving when the DM doesn't feel like looking.
Thank you, Ballad.
When you snap your fingers, it will go kaboom boom.
Okay.
And so,
Iraqui.
As you wake up, as you make another stealth check to sneak out of the wall.
3.
All right, you trip, and
Yeah.
as you're sneaking out of the wall, so a guard, halt! Who goes there?
Hello.
What are you doing, step guard?
Oh,
No. Pigley is smited by lightning and dies. No. The guard goes, wait, Helena de la Fontaine? What are you
Yes?
doing here?
Exploring.
The walls, it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
And what about it?
Well, it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
And what about it? Are you questioning my actions?
To be precise, yes.
Interesting. Do you mind if I cast sending to my father really quickly? I'm gonna pretend to cast sending.
Performance.
Hi, Daddy.
Performance check.
More charisma rolls.
I'm using a D4. Where's
There we go. Respect my authority.
do I have it? The D6 doesn't come over.
No.
It's from-
That D6 was only because you did a character thing for that specific thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
hi, Daddy.
What'd you get?
10.
10?
Hi, Daddy. It's Helena.
What
How
are you doing?
I
Stop
have
that.
a god here.
What are you doing? You're not
What do you think
casting
I'm
sending. You're counting on your fingers. Helena, what are you... I just need to know what you're doing in the wall.
Come here.
He walks towards you.
I'm gonna lean in his ear and I'm gonna go.
If you dare question any of my actions one more time, I swear to God, or any god above, that'll be the last thing you do on this earth. Do you understand me?
Intimidation check.
Rawr!
More charisma rolls.
14.
Hey, pretty good.
The guard looks to you. Most splendid! Thank you for inspecting the walls as requested by our Supreme Commander. Thank you, Helena de la Fontaine. Please, go about your day. Madam.
Thank you.
I'm
Madam?
scared.
Supreme Leader.
Thank you.
Do I get
I
scared?
walk away.
And so you do. And so the day comes.
Oh my.
You get back. I'm assuming that you all are going to be meeting up somewhat together for the advent of this attack. Is that correct?
Well, I know that like the actually yeah. I suppose Helmsworth, Dorg, and Pigley would go out to rendezvous with Bunny and
I was
see how
gonna say,
things are
will I
going.
be able to like?
Bunny will not. You guys will not be able to rendezvous with Bunny.
Oh, okay. Then I suppose the three of us will rendezvous because I don't think Helena's in a position where she can move freely, even if she'd like to.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to leave.
Oh,
with the
and
people,
Freddie,
right?
and Freddie. We can't forget Freddie.
Oh,
And
yeah,
Tiki's
Freddie.
there. And
Yeah.
Tiki's there too.
Okay.
We're all friends, and we're all there.
Okay. You all meet up together. Freddie goes to you and says, "You all look quite tense. What exactly have you been planning for these past few days?"
Oh, don't worry. It's like, don't you worry. This is what I like to call live reporting, Freddie. Witnessing the birth of history and reading and recording it with your own eyes.
Are you telling me I'm about to witness an event?
Oh, you're about to witness an event, all right. An event unlike none ever seen on this earth.
Ever been in a town that's been sacked, Freddy?
No.
Yeah, it's fun.
Helena, you have
Yeah.
before the attack, you have 1 hour to issue out an order to do an emergency evacuation. Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just
What about nah?
And actually,
Never
can I
mind.
can I
Fuck 'em.
Since I realized that I'm light enough that Tiki can actually carry me. So can I have her fly me up so that I can see if there is monkeys on the horizon?
There's monkeys on the horizon.
Horizon.
Because it's within her carrying capacity, like within like 5 pounds.
Sure. Roll strength check to see how easily this is done.
But it's within her carrying capacity.
I'm just trying to get a gauge of like how easily Deekly is handling this.
Is it
I
battle
mean,
music?
I rolled a 1, so I guess not well on this particular occasion. It is the first time I'm asking this.
So what did
I'm
you
just
roll?
like, Teak, I rolled a 1 is what I rolled.
So Tiki.
I'm just like Tiki, dark wings, and then it's like she doesn't know what I'm talking about, but she's been with me for long enough that she can infer it. But I'm not quite positioned.
If anyone could speak with the animals, you'd hear Tiki say, "What is this strange man asking of me now? I live a superfluous life. This man is Icarus. He shall fly too close to the sun." And she goes to grab you by the waist, and you are hoisted up like so. It's very much not graceful, but you manage to fly into the skies, and you get a view. There's monkeys on the horizon.
There's monkeys
On the horizon.
He's just like in the air. He's like, yes, my harebrained scheme worked. I can't believe it actually worked. Oh my god.
In fact, as you begin to land, you notice that they are approaching at a speed now at which you can feel subtle rumbling. Just like percolating.
Hellsworth has a huge grin, and not like the teasing grin of the Stark. He's genuinely so happy, right? He's like, Dorg, it's happening. It's happening.
Let's get down to business. I draw my axe.
Wait, hold on. We're evacuating, remember?
Who are we fighting?
Don't ruin my
No,
fun.
so what?
It's dramatic flair.
Helena,
I'm not used to being on this side of a sack, okay?
a few hours prior, Helena, you issue out an emergency practice evacuation for the citizens of New Akentia. And as such, most of them are already at the boats. However, some of them did not heed your warnings, and it will be the job of the ground crew to escort them out.
Okay.
And
Can they do it?
we'll have to see. Battle music begins.
Wait, what?
I don't know what music.
Wait, I don't want them to die, Offbeat.
We will
Well,
have...
that depends on us.
Nobody wants them to die.
No
but
one wants them to die.
But they will.
I want them to die a little
It's a
bit.
sacrifice I am willing to make. They should be fine as long as Ballad, Piggly, and Dorg do their jobs. At this point, Ballad, Dorg, Piggly, make investigation checks to find people who might not be there.
No problem.
Wait, would Piggly and Dorg get advantage since they scoped the place out?
Yes, they would. I should thank you for mentioning that.
Wow.
Same number. 17.
15.
Okay. I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos real quick because I rolled a nat 1 and I don't want that. I want something better than that. Anything better than the nat 1.
You really do need that right now.
Okay, that's much better. That's a 13 plus. You said investigation, right? That's 19 total.
Awesome. You guys managed to, as the monkeys draw closer, the rumbling now growing to quite an excitable roar. You can feel it shaking the foundations of the building. Bunny, you are calm as a cucumber, moving smoother across the water than a surfboard in the middle of a doldrum in the ocean, just gliding. Helmsworth, Piggly, Dorg, you guys are scrambling to find these people. So far at the docks, everybody is accounted for except for 5 groups of people. You managed to find all 5 within the 30 minutes as you scramble to find them, and you escort them all to safety. They were.
I cast light so that they have like a beacon to follow.
Mm-hmm. They all managed to get escorted to safely, and as such, everybody is on a boat. All of the citizens are on boats. and are escorted out into the ocean, where they will witness the sacking of New Acacia. As they leave...
Wait, actually, what's gonna happen to Helena? Because she's a VIP, right?
I was just about to get to that. Thanks for that segue, bro. We get to Helena. Helena, your guards arrive, including number 6, and they go, Helena de La Fontaine, we have the emergency evacuation is going splendidly. However, it has recently occurred to us that there might be an actual emergency happening today. We must escort you to safety.
Okay, where is that?
Please come with us. And they escort you in through the back of a massive of the big house, and there is a private boat just for you, ready to be launched out into the ocean. Do you take it, or do you stay?
Yeah.
Okay, you are on the boat, and out into sea you are sent.
Longing.
So you are ready to witness the sacking of New Acacia. All right. Bunny.
It's like, all right, boys, time to get out of here.
You guys, Helena, as you are jetted out into the ocean on this charged...
Wait, actually, can I stop by the fountain real quick?
Not yet. Helena, you are jetted out into the ocean, powered on this charged stone powered speedboat of sorts, and there you witness the great sand monkey matriarch, and gliding on top of it, graceful as a summer breeze, Bunny. Elegantly sitting lotus pose as she stampedes destruction across the blistering sands. And then she arrives at the Great Wall.
Moment we've all been waiting
We'll
for.
get there. Helmsworth, what did you want to do at the fountain?
I just wanted to take all the gold inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use shape water and I freeze it so I can just quickly funnel all of it out.
We talked about this.
I'm with me and Piggly and Helmsworth are all together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Freddy and Tiki.
Go
We're all here.
Cool. Are there any shops in the square?
You're just gonna
Loot
ransack the
and
shop.
pillage.
Yes, there are shops.
Well, okay.
He's like, Dork, if you want to steal something, now's the chance. This is all. No one's gonna be able to use it when it's all destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
That's not gonna activate.
Chaos control.
You guys.
No.
You
Famous
guys,
last words.
Nah, they
Nah,
they did
I
it
feel
all
it.
earlier.
I feel
I'll show
it.
you my real power.
They got all their rolls earlier.
Only one
It's not
do
gonna
good.
happen.
1 to 45. 63. It does not activate. 1 to
See, told you.
1 to 50 is the new activation window.
Nice try, chat.
Outlaw, what are the shops around me?
Weapon shops, miscellaneous goods. There's a food store. There's an inn. There's a bunch of stuff.
All right, I'll go into the weapon shop.
What are you stealing?
Can I see what are the options in front of me, or can I just pick a random thing?
I might. If you spend time looking, you might get stampeded because Big Monkey is arriving any second.
Okay, is there any immediate armor that I can see?
Plate mail.
I will take the plate mail.
Ooh,
All right.
plate is good.
You snag that and you stuff it in your bag. And back.
Oh, this is heavy.
As you grab that, Helena, you're watching intently as Bunny arrives at the big wall. Is it time to snap?
Wait, is it though?
You
I'm
said.
assuming yes.
Yep. And you watch as you snap your fingers, Thanos style. You see all the we zoom. The camera pans to the wall. And the charge stones erupt up all along the wall, and you watch as these explosions shoot straight up into the sky. And this
Okay,
wall,
guys, we gotta get out now. We gotta get out. Run,
then
run.
the wall just
I bolt.
begins
Like
to
we're all sprinting.
will come
I'm
crumbling
the
down.
smash.
We're whalers on the moon.
Wait,
Just booking it with
we're
a plate on my
monkeys
back.
at the wall.
Ballad,
We're monkeys
Piggly,
at the wall.
Helmsworth. Athletics checks to sprint.
I'm
'Cause-
assuming me too.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, sorry. Everybody who's on the mainlands.
Oh no, come on. Can I cast fly?
Yes, if you have it.
I do.
All right.
Good for 1 hour. 10 minutes actually. Never mind.
I got a dirty 20.
All right.
And I got a nat 20.
So, Helmsworth, you stumble that you hastily cast fly on yourself. Freddy begins running, puts his book in his bag and is running after you guys. He is furiously writing down what he can on his arm to keep track of the events. Piggly, you're just a unit and you just sprint. And the sacking...
Absolute
unit.
Absolute unit, right?
Right.
And the wall comes to the ground. And everybody, you just hear a colossal just... And the great sand monkey matriarch begins leveling all of the pinpointed positions that were picked by you and Clary. She goes to the town hall. Smash! She goes to the military barracks. Smash! She goes to the turret buildings. Smash! And then she goes to a building that looks somewhat unassuming. The town hall building. And then, as she goes to smash it, out comes from inside something that you feel like you've seen before somewhat, but much smaller scale. Remember that skeleton that you guys destroyed?
What is this, sheer heart attack now? The
No.
smaller
No. This time you see, as you go to smash the town hall building, an arm reaches out from the ground, catches Big Monkey Arm, and out crawls from the center of the town. The last resort defense mechanism of Nua Kensha. And you see written across the forehead of a massive fire skeleton thing, Industria's request.
Then Rivers in the Desert starts playing.
Fucking twat.
Everybody.
River in a dry.
Bunny, roll initiative, please.
Okay.
Ballad, Piggly,
Woo!
you will arrive in 2 rounds.
Nat 20
Wait,
plus
I thought we were running away from all this.
I know, but are you guys just gonna keep running? You're gonna leave?
Wait, hold on. Do we see this? Is it that big?
It's big. It's gargantuan. It's the same
It
size
grabs
as
the
the
big
skeleton.
monkey's hand.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, we gotta go help.
I rolled a nat 20 plus 3, so it's 23.
23.
I'm booking it back.
Bunny,
Nobody
I'm
kills
booking
that
it back.
monkey but me.
Bunny, monkey, and skeleton.
I'm on a boat.
Wait, how heavy it?
Man.
How heavy is what's his name? How heavy is Freddy?
Skeletor.
Freddy
versus
is
Spider-Man.
approximately 120 pounds.
Ah,
Well,
darn it.
the-
That's wait. Actually,
the dice
hold on,
was a
hold
20,
on.
and then I have a
8,
plus 3 for
15.
initiative.
Oh, that is.
You've seen
just
Godzilla
that-
versus
That is
Kong.
exactly
Now
enough for
get
Tika to
ready
carry him.
Helena.
I'm gonna get Tika to grab him because I'm assuming he might. I mean, is he keeping up or is he like?
He's keeping up.
Okay.
Helena.
'Cause I want to just go straight there. As like, I'm gonna try and find a more direct route. You can meet us and get there as fast as you can, Dorg.
Okay. Helena,
I'm
what are
booking
you going to do? You have everybody on board of your protected vessel goes, as they see the massive fiery skeleton, they go, "That was underneath the city."
You guys didn't know that?
No.
Yikes! Okay, question for any of you. You don't know how to turn it off. You don't know how to say no, stop.
We don't know about that machine mechanism of death.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything on the boat, like a gun, like a gunship, or like anything like that?
Well, now that
Like
you
a
mention
turret.
it, they after twisting some knobs, the entire vessel is somewhat of a gun in and of itself. Jutting out of the front of the boat is a massive cannon.
Yay.
And they go,
Sick.
"What would you like us to do, Helena? What should we fire at? The monkey or the skeleton? What do we do?"
The skeleton.
the skeleton, but what about the monkey?
The skeleton can go boom.
Right. You're correct. Everybody, port to starboard.
Hey,
And
question. How far away am I from this?
you are approximately 500 feet out. But you will arrive there in 2 rounds.
Okay.
But first,
Wait, if we're like because if me and like if I get Tiki to carry Freddy, how soon will we arrive in comparison if we fly straight there?
you will arrive in 1 round soon. Okay.
So to clarify, Bunny's already there.
Uh-huh.
Liz is 500 feet out, or
Yes.
almost 500 feet out. Me and Piggly will get there in 2 turns. Helmsworth in 1.
Yes.
Got it.
All right.
And
And
can I
Freddy.
command
And
command
Tiki.
the army to charge?
The army?
Yeah.
Currently you're unable to command the army, as they were all evacuated with the citizenry.
That's yeah.
Plus, you just said you wanted to explode the skeleton.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, Bunny, it is now your turn. You may command, as a bonus action, you may tell the monkey to attack or cast a spell.
Yeah. I'm gonna have the monkey cast. Oh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna cast.
It has some of its own spells it can use.
It has its own spells? What kind of spells does it have?
It has an amped up version of the spell Warding Wind. I know I gave it that one.
Hi, Gemma.
It has haste, telepathy. It can also punch things. It has a slam. It has a multi-attack, which is 2 punches and a slam, and it has legendary actions.
What kind of legendary action?
These will just occur on their own at the top of the round. You don't need to do
Okay.
those.
Okay.
It can. It can all of it. It can cast spells, but I would say that the only spell that might be of use is haste.
Yeah. Let's do the multi-attack.
All right, that's your bonus action. What's your action?
Oh, like of me?
Yes.
Bunny? Mine? Let's do... I'm gonna do... I'm gonna be inspired. I'm gonna try... hideous laughter!
Tasha's hideous laughter on the skeleton.
Yeah! And it's a wisdom saving throw of 14.
Oh, while you're doing that, can I ask, does the skeleton count as a humanoid?
No.
Oh, shame.
Oh.
It's like only the top torso.
Hmm.
Okay. Tasha's hideous laughter. Wisdom save.
14.
14.
Yeah.
I'm going to legendary resist that with Big Skeleton.
Oh.
Shame.
Didn't think my joke was funny, huh? Well.
No.
No, he feels laughter bubbling up, and then he presses a button. The no fun allowed button.
I take umbrage with that.
It's like, boop, joke denied.
Ah.
I deny you the funnies. I am Industria Prime.
My name is Industria Prime. Roll out.
That was
We
good.
are autonomous robotic organisms from the planet Cybertron.
All right. And so the big monkey will do its multi-attack for its
Do
turn.
big damage, hopefully.
Big monkey does big damage, don't you worry.
Yay.
You guys finally have the lucky pink dice on your side.
Yay.
Ooh, big damage indeed. I'm sorry, I'm drowning in books here. Give me a moment, please.
The literature.
The literature!
So well read. Oh.
The sacred texts.
3 plus 1 is 16.
Get them, have you? Cage turners, they were not.
Plus, that's 23. Oh my god, I forgot how much damage this thing does. So it's
Big monkey.
so the big monkey. This might be over sooner than I originally anticipated.
Yay!
But big monkey goes for just with one massive punch. It just slams its fist right into the skeleton's jaw, and you watch as nuts and bolts fly off of it. It's so big that it looks sluggish as it falls to the ground, and it crushes someone's building or establishment. And it rears
My
up.
cabbages.
But monkey goes in for
Cabbages.
monkey goes
Guys,
in
that
for
monkey
another
looks so
punch.
hot right now.
Let's not simp for a being of
Don't you
primordial
dare.
power.
Don't you dare.
So the monkey goes for another punch, but this one sadly misses as the skeleton weaves out of the way.
It's okay.
And then it's going to have to make a dex save. And the creature not fails as big monkey slams into the ground, making a massive rupture along the earth. I need more d10s for this. Actually, wait. Can I have...
Oh my god. Sympian.
I was just gonna
Valid,
say, that's
yeah.
great.
That's a good joke.
Oh,
Chimpanzee.
sunflower.
Chimpanzee. You guys. Those are good.
Goodness.
Sorry.
Oh, sunflower.
Boom, boom, double hit.
You are a pungent master after my own heart.
Oh my goodness.
So in total, the Great Sand Monkey did 94 damage to the creature. As
Oh
it
my word.
absolutely slams it with his massive punches.
Yeah, blasted!
I don't think
Go,
this.
Mama!
I don't think this monkey needs us.
I wonder he
Maybe we
absolutely
kind of
destroyed my
flew
hand.
out here for nothing.
It's like it's gonna be dead before I get there.
hmm Well, it is the skeleton's turn now.
Wait, hold on. Did we roll initiative at all?
No, you guys are
We'll
going to
do it
roll
when we
initiative
get
once you
there.
get
Oh,
there.
right. We're technically not in it right now.
Well, the creature rears up a massive sword wreathed in fire, and it stabs it straight through the big monkey.
Oh, man. Skeleton packing heat.
Skeleton do indeed be packing heat.
Giggity.
But hopefully monkey survived it.
Let's see.
Oh no.
Ooh, big damage. Big damage indeed. 15 plus 16 plus 13 plus 14.
Oh, no. Chaos.
Chaos?
Oh, great, too. Do good.
Do
How could
good?
you betray us like this?
Wow.
3.
You bunch of little rapscallions, you know that.
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8,
9.
9. What
9.
was after?
Nah, it was
9.
pretty close.
We'll
That was
count at
close.
9.
Jesus Christ. Is that a new
So
record?
how many is it now? We were like at 30 something before.
It's gotten significantly closer.
1 to 90.
1 to 90.
God.
Oh, boy. This.
Let's roll another 42. How about that, huh?
23. We have an activation.
Damn it.
Well, hopefully it's that,
The enemies
all-
multiply.
The skeleton
No,
doubles in
please don't-
size
Yep.
and gains a giant great axe.
It already has a giant flaming greatsword.
And also slept with your mother.
A pe-
Just-
okay. What do we got here? 23 is a lower one. Okay, here it is. Oh, interesting.
Wait, was this no, death was a different 20, I think.
No. Death was different. Death wasn't a 20, I believe. Death was 35.
Oh, because I was about to say it was either 20 or 30.
Okay. So this one is give me a second to figure out how this one gets implemented.
Wait, isn't 23 the snake in the boot? Is it? I thought that was like 22 or
No,
something.
Snake in the Boot's 20.
Oh,
There's
thank
a
God. I was
snake
about to say,
in
not
my
my other boot.
All right. This one is a random strength bonus.
Oh, dibs.
Oh, who gets it?
It's random.
Dibs.
If I roll a 1, it's Liz. If I roll a 2, it's me. 3, Ballad. 4, Marcus. 5, Bunny. 6, Piggly.
Come on.
All right,
Come
here we go.
on.
4. Marcus.
Yes.
Strength bonus.
He gets even more buff.
Marcus, as
Sorg
you're
is so hot right
sprinting
now.
there, your strength is now temporarily buffed to 25.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez. You can just start Hulk jumping his
Your
way
bonus
over.
is now +7 strength.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Everybody
just-
liked that.
You can just start Hulk jumping his way across the rooftops now.
Oh, it looks so hot right now.
67. Anyway, the fire skeleton did 67 damage to Big Monkey. And now it's gonna
Does
go
Big
and
Monkey
let
come
off
out?
a massive AoE, and this will affect you too, Bunny. So you're going to need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my.
Let's go.
Monkey fails.
14.
Bunny, you fail.
Ooh.
Ouch, kabibbles.
Can't be that bad.
Oh, that was... Just jinxed it.
Let me count.
Nah, it's counter jinx. You see, you jinx it on purpose so that they can't prove you
Bunny,
wrong.
how much
Oh,
health-
but I saw that coming.
How much health do you have, Bunny?
Never mind.
Bunny's pretty beefy, right?
I think it's 56.
Congratulations, Bunny. You take 52 fire
Oh
damage.
my god. Get off the monkey, run!
Use some of that wild shape. I don't think you can fly yet.
No, I
no.
can't fly.
You do manage to stay on the monkey, but this massive skeleton stabs its sword into the earth and lets out a metallic roar as flames explode through the streets. And actually, Ballad, you're getting caught up in this one too. Dex save.
Wait, does that mean that me and Freddy and all of them?
Yep, Dex save. I just realized since you're coming
Uh-oh.
here early.
Oh, geez.
Yeet.
Oh, come on.
Am I here
Alright.
yet?
You will be arriving soon.
We have like one more round because you were 2 rounds.
The premiere is arriving.
The chat's like,
Okay.
Freddy, save Freddy.
Okay.
I
okay.
to- I
it's
told you,
okay.
I called it.
I have stuff. Can I say that I converted some of my spell slots on the way here?
Sure.
Okay, because I'm gonna need some of those. Okay,
Ooh.
let's try and re-roll that if we can. You said Dex?
Yes.
Jeez. I'm gonna use my chat dice.
So you have 4 hit points left, Bunny?
Mhm.
3.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
And,
Oh, boy.
another
Can I get to you
here.
inside?
Oh no. Okay. Okay, so
It depends on how close the boat gets.
I rolled an 11.
I have to touch her for cure wounds.
11
Do you have healing
plus
word? How far is
4,
healing word?
15. I rolled a 17.
You don't make it.
Oh, well, that's going to be very tragic.
However, because of the distance, it's half damage. 26
okay.
fire damage.
Okay, so let me take that 4 real quick. 4, and then 22.
Freddy makes
I'm
the
not
save,
looking-
so it's only 13 fire damage. A
Okay,
17
let's
doesn't
see.
make it, indeed. A 17 does not. This is,
Okay, Tiki rolled pretty well, so let's see what she got. Oh, yeah, Tiki got a dirty 20.
Tiki will only also take 13 points of damage.
So, like, Tiki did a barrel roll, but
Yeah.
I wasn't quite ready.
Yeah, you took the
Or-
full brunt of the blast.
Oh, wait, actually, I have to roll for concentration.
You are a sorcerer.
Yeah.
You should be good at those.
No, I was just wondering if I had to roll a high. Yeah, I got a 14. You said it did 26 damage. Is it half the number of the damage dealt, or is it the number of the damage dealt for concentration? Because for concentration, it's either like it's like you're rolling for a 10,
Mm-hmm.
or you're rolling for the damage dealt. But I don't remember if it's the damage dealt but half for the damage dealt.
What'd you roll?
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what'd you roll? What'd you roll? What'd you roll? I'm improv here.
What? What?
What did you roll?
What'd
What
you roll?
did you roll? What number did you roll?
What number did I roll? Wait, for who?
For you! Concentration save. What'd you roll?
Oh, I rolled a 14.
Congratulations, you did it. You concentrated.
I have a question, by the way.
Yes.
How many rounds would it take for me to get to Mallory's house?
I'll say you can stop by there on the way.
And get a turret.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sir, on the way.
Piggly ain't fucking around.
Oh, man. We may have to finish this up next session, actually.
In Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk 2077.
I don't want to go into the next round without, because there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. I really wanted to finish Operation Big Monkey tonight, but it looks like next session's going to be the finale.
We tried.
We tried.
We did try.
But, anyway, everybody, that is going to be the end of tonight's session. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been an absolute blast. My name is Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube, on Patreon. Please, to help support me, continue to make content for all the peoples for free. But stick around till after everybody does their plugs for whatever they're plugging tonight, so that we can raid and spread the Offbeat Outlaw message for the Fireball. Let's start off with Liz. What are you going to be plugging tonight?
Hi everyone. So I'm going to encourage you to support Black-owned businesses. I think you kind of think like racism starts with like interpersonal actions. Racism affects literally every walk of life. And Black-owned businesses try to access capital with connections. And I think the stat is while they make up 15% of the population, I think they only make up 3% of available. I don't know the correct stats. I'm not going to say that, but I encourage you to buy from Black-owned businesses. Usually when you go to like I know Amazon has it, Etsy has it, Ulta has it. You can go to like Black-owned business sections and buy from there. And I encourage you can go to the website, which I'm missing, which is the 15percentpledge.org. You can take the pledge to buy 15% of your products from Black-owned businesses, and also encourage other brands to take the pledge. So yeah, that's me.
Great, Marcus.
I have been Marcus Territory, Dorg C. Swill, the half-orc paladin, now with super extra mega super strength. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Marcus Territory, my OnlyFans at Marcus Territory, all of which is available on my website, including merch, which I'm not wearing tonight, but I promise you it looks really awesome, and it's designed by a fantastic artist who is a friend of mine. Please check me out. Thank you guys for coming over.
Bunny.
My name is Caroline Smash. I've been Bunny on a giant monkey. Hopefully I don't die. Thanks for watching. You can find me on Instagram or TikTok at Caroline Smash. Have a good night.
Bigley.
I'm Mash Spudson on the internet. Thank you for watching. Just quick shout out to Do Good and the chat in general. It was very fun to watch you guys tonight. You guys have been great.
Yeah, shout out to the chat. I don't show you guys enough appreciation, but you guys are seriously amazing. Thank you for loving this stream and making fan art. The fan theories in the Discord have been amazing. I love reading what you guys think about the Pantheon, the story, the plot. Watching Ballad incessantly tease you guys about lore. It's been great. So thank you, chat, for being great. Passing this off to Ballad. Good segue.
Yeah, I'm Bal. I'll be in Helms with Free, and I tease people about the story on the Discord. I find great joy in it, and you can find great joy with me.
So good at
almost having knowledge. Come join me on the Discord. We have fun sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm certainly having fun.
And anyway, with that being said, we're now going to be rating Longshot RPG. He is a friend of mine. I'm appearing on his stream on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, so please go show him some love. Go spread the fireball mirth. Spam his chat. Let us rock and roll.
Get in there.
Get in there.
there.
Let's try to
Get in
scrap with
there.
fire.
We got 100
You're in
people.
the
I want to see at
raid.
least 150 of you in there. Show him
Get
the
in
wrath
there.
of the
Get in
fireball.
150, 150. We got 1, 2,
Yeah,
3, 1, 2, 2,
we're gonna
1,
go
2,
in
3,
For the
1, 2,
cannoli
2.
dog.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Raid.
And we have raided.
Yay.
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 Oh, Caroline,